intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the
body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually, he was crying in there.
You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him?
Yes.
When did that happen?
And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time?
Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
Dazn Productions.
Making women gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a Friday night spontaneous edition of TBV. You know the number to call in, 1425-569-5241. And if you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe. I think we're about 50-something away. I'm refreshing here. Last time we were at 115,944. We're at 45. Let's do it. Which means we need about 55 more to get to that next goal of 116,000, which would be amazing. Amazing for us. Speaking of amazing, Gary Russell Jr. continues to amaze me. He had a lot to say in this 8-minute interview, and while everyone isn't going to agree on everything, there are some things we can agree on in this video. But Gary isn't letting up. He took to his social media he started off upset at Devin Haney and the fact that Haney was, implicating that maybe Gary was trying to duck him. He used the words duck because, Gary used the words duck. And look, I'm going to let you guys hear the audio, but I just want to let you know what you're here for, right? So, he goes on to talk about Devin, but then he mentions everyone. He's seen the Gervonta Davis interview that we discussed and did about 2 shows on. He's seen that. He didn't like what Gervonta Davis had to say about him. He didn't like what Terence Crawford didn't have to say about him. He got very upset at Terence for not replying. And he made it clear to Devin that he's willing to take $1.5 million for Terence Crawford and only to make the fight with Terence Crawford because at this point he feels that fight is personal, was his quote. But for Devin, he wants $2 million. So I'm very excited to see how the audience is going to react to Gary wanting $2 million for Devin Haney, but willing to take 1.5 for Terence Crawford, which obviously is a fight that isn't going to happen. I do get it. It's a lose-lose situation for Terence. Maybe if Gary had a little bit more popularity, which I even hate to use that word, being as though he used it in his video, and he said that's what boxing has become, a popularity contest, and not the best fighting the best, and he's like, yo, I'm not about to start shucking and diving to get popular, you know what I mean? And look, I get him, but we totally disagree. You got to do what you got to do to get out there, and I think that he knows that, and that's why he keeps using his social media the way that he's using it. It's powerful. I mean, he's making headlines, but look, I said enough. I don't know. I got Supermex with me, Plainview, Texas. Listen, Mastermind Champ, I don't know if you want to say something or you want to go straight into the audio. On you.
Yo, let me just say this, man. Gary Russell keeping his foot on everybody's throat, coming at everybody's head. I'm like you, Nessa. Some I agree, some I don't. But yeah, man, let's get straight to the audio, man. Let the people hear if they haven't heard already.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I heard it about 4 times already. I just had it on repeat. But let's see what he's talking about here. Going to go with half volume.
Damn, Devin. Now y'all trying to say I'm ducking you?
So for those that didn't get it, right there, first things first, he says, "Damn Devin." Now y'all trying to say I'm ducking you.
Y'all niggas wild as shit, man. Ain't nobody ducking you, shorty. You know what I'm saying? You talking about something.
I'm going to give you a little bit of narration, too. You're going to hear a lot of that doo-doo-doo-doo-doo and different other types of noises. He's connected to his car or something, but, you know, all his messages, we're going to hear them as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I fight you for the 1.5, this, that, and the third. To the fans, don't let these people bamboozle y'all, man. You know, that number 1.5, that's what I was going to take for Terence, because that shit was personal. That was personal. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, he's talking about he wanted to break my neck and all this other goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's personal. So yeah, I would have took that number for Terence. You know what I'm saying? For real, I was trying to say I would have fought Terence for fucking nothing. I just wanted to put my hands on him. You know? But it's a business. When it comes to you, shorty, you know what I'm saying? That number don't make sense. You business. With Terence, it's personal. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? They talking.
Super Max, do you get what he means by your business, Terence is personal? What do you think? What's your interpretation of that?
To me, it almost seems like I'm willing to take less money on that risk versus Terence because the beef is real. Now, there's no beef between him and Haney, so the money got to be right. He kind of does a little bit of contradiction in my book, you know, taking the fight with anybody. But now with Devin, you know, is he saying Devin's a riskier fight than Terence?
I think, well, my my interpretation is Terence is personal, Devin is business, which means Devin needs his name. So, you know, it's business. You got to pay for my name. With Terence, yeah, it could be look like I need him, and I being Gary, but that's why he's willing to take the low amount of money so that people don't blame it on I need him.
Yeah, that, and he, like you said, he just wanted to get his hands on him. So it's like, you know, I want to fight this dude so bad, I'm not even worried about the purse.
You know, I really want Gary to get a fight. Could you imagine if Gary beat Devin Haney like really good? Then all of a sudden, all these call outs, they get a little more real. People gonna start putting a little more stock into them and getting behind them.
Yeah, man, no doubt. That's a big win. A big win.
Son, I'm ducking you. That shit crazy. You was the first one I was trying to sink my teeth in once this motherfucking Corona shit got over with. You know what I'm saying? Then you got your 5 out here pushing. You know what I'm saying? Rapping and everything. Which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Your parents supposed to go to bat for their child, for their children, and etc. But stop this shit, Bill. Stop this shit, Bill. You know what it is, man. You going around here acting like you running shit, but you ultimately got to go back and answer to Eddie. We already tried to motherfucker holler at Eddie. Tell Eddie pick the phone up. You know what I'm saying? You making it seem like, yeah, like you putting all the strings. You not putting the motherfucking strings. You still got to go back and report to Eddie. Tell Eddie pick the phone up. We already attempted to reach out to him.
What's your thoughts on that? I mean, he reveals that him and his team have contacted Eddie Hearn to try to make that Devin Haney fight, and they not answering the phone. And B, he's like, you out here playing boss like you Devin Haney Promotions, but you got to go report to Eddie. You can't just make the fight.
Yeah, you know, it seems like Gary's really about this, man. You know, he gets a lot of slack for his not having too many performances throughout the year, but he's really, really seeming to chase up this fight. If this is true that they're contacting Eddie Hearn in Matchroom, yo, that's big to me. That means he's really He's really trying to make a statement to close out 2020. And I mean, yeah, they got Devin Haney Promotions, but let's be real, he's got a point. Uh, Devin Haney's still a matchroom fighter. He's got Eddie promoting him. I mean, Gary's doing main events, and yes, it's exposure, but Devin's doing co-main events for YouTube fighters. That's just. I don't think when you're running your promotion, you wouldn't put yourself as a co-main.
I mean, he did sell out the MGM Hall, but when Usyk had to pull out, but yeah, I'm gonna go back to this tape, man, because he's very upset here.
Is this 1.5 your counter offer from what I originally tried to offer y'all before once the coronavirus hit? Like, don't get this. Don't try to bamboozle and food poison the people, man. This shit crazy. Tell them to put another 0.5 on it. I beat your son ass. You know what I'm saying? And Tank, get the fuck out of here, Get the fuck out of here, shawty. You know what I'm saying? I seen your little interview you did, talking about they asked you about me. You gonna say something like, yeah, Gary too small. He too small in structure. He too this and that. I will fuck you up. Y'all see how he go off and go crazy on everybody else, right?
I think Gary knows if he tries to move up without securing the fight and vacates that belt, like, he's done. You know what I mean? Like, he's relevant because he's got that belt and no one could take it from him. But, like, if he moves up and vacate, he's got to secure a big fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's got to get something.
And I hope that, he even talks to the sanctioning body, because I've seen the WBC allow people to move up, like Mikey, go fight at 47 and remain the 35 champion, and sometimes even get the diamond status. So if you want to come back, you could come back.
Yeah, Mikey's still the emeritus champion. Floyd's an emeritus champion. As long as he's reigned, he's got to be able to pull something like that up. But yeah, you're right. He can't move up with and vacate that title without something big, because the lack of activity, that's all he has right now is that belt. That's kind of bringing in anything for him. His only piece of leverage. Yo, smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to Patreon. Spontaneous Friday night show coming at you. I know maybe you ain't got nothing going on tonight, but we're here with you. TBV rocking out.
Yo, so you think he's wrong for one more than 1.5 for Haney? Like, Haney ain't really fought nobody. Should he be looking at Haney like, damn, 1.5? Guys like, I don't know what. Somebody I know, like Danny and maybe Thurman got like 1.5 to fight each other, right? On paper, allegedly.
I mean, T.O.'s was getting offered, what, 1.5
exactly.
for Loma?
1.2 for Loma. So should Gary be asking for another $500,000?
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a stretch, honestly. Devin Haney, I think, is one of the next bright stars in boxing. He's definitely up and coming, but at this point right now, Ness, do you think he's that known that he can offer a B-side a purse of $2 million? Because I think in that situation, Gary's still the B-side.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's always going to be hard for me to look at purses the same, because Dazn and Al changed the market. And when you're looking at Gary wanting 2, and let's say you got to pay Devin another $1 million, 1.2 maybe, 1.5, I think that's good when you gave Mikey 7 to fight Vargas. You can make 2 Devin Haney, Gary Russell fights with that 7, if not 3 of them.
That's true, but now we're coming off a big week of DAZN really saying, hey, we need to pull back on how much we're spending. Are the days of those big offers gone?
I don't think this is a big offer. Derevyanchenko got 5.5 to fight Gennady Golovkin. Like, I don't think this is a big offer. Is it big, considering the 2 fighters? Maybe that's an argument. But in terms of number in boxing as a purse, I was like, damn, they playing T.O. out with 1.2, so why would I think 1.5 is a lot? I thought Kell Brook 1.5 was low for his fight. So, I mean, look, it really depends who you're like. Look, you heard what Jamal James said today, and if you haven't, go check that interview out. We did our morning show at 9 a.m., and we had Jamal Shango James on, and he said, I never seen 1.5. So, to me, that's a lot. I'm jumping on it. So,
Yeah, and I guess it
everybody's
depends
different.
on because Gary Russell, I guess in a sense, for Gary Russell, he can say, "Hey, look, I'm a common opponent with Lomachenko. You've been chasing that Lomachenko fight, so build your name up because that's still something that's out there. If Loma can beat Tio, David can turn around and beat Gary. Now they got a common opponent. Now we got some comparisons. You know what I mean?
So Hamed says, Ness, where can I buy them top rank diet shirts at? I need that. I looked on the TBV site. Let me send you the link, champ. I got you. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Yeah, I mean, for anybody that wants it. But let me get back to this audio. There's a lot of audio. He's not done. I mean, this dude's going in and at everybody. He ain't even started to go in on Crawford yet.
I call them all types of bitches, all types of suckers, all types of punks and everything else. You don't see that same energy come my motherfucking way. Because he know for real, this shit real. Talking about I'm too small and my numbers don't sell and this, that, and the third.
I wanna pause it there and go back because this is him talking directly to Brian Custard's interview with Gervonta Davis. And, like I said, there's some things in here that you may not believe or you may not agree with, but there's some things that maybe you will. And I think this is one of those things where, as a boxing community, maybe we should agree that he needs to see Gary Russell, and he being Gervonta, they from the same area. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember not too long ago, I can't remember the rapper, but he had a rapper. Gary got on a rapper's Instagram, and that went viral because he was talking about Tank. And he's still talking about Tank. Like,
And that's
and it's just funny. If someone is small, like, if you're just like, yo, he too small for me, cool, you need to do something. But it feels like Gary is putting himself in that area where it's gonna be action on sight. I feel like Crawford sees him and he sees Crawford, it might go down. And
you're getting. I mean, I'm with you.
Cause
now
Tank
Tank
ain't hear him
versus
talk about Crawford yet, but like the way he talking about Tank, it just sounds like, yo, if Tank sees him, maybe he gonna want to do something, or vice versa. I'm going to back it up just a bit. I guess you got a little bit busy there. I'll back it up just a little bit because I want people to get that in its context.
No, I was going to ask you, and now Tank, just to clarify, Tank and Gary Russell, that's a DMV area fight, ain't it?
Hell yeah, bro. It's a huge fight. And Gary already talked about it if we didn't already pass it, but it's like, it's big anywhere in DMV. Even if they wanted to take it to Atlanta, it's still big. And that's what I'm saying. Like, guys got to stop saying that. Like, Gary don't put butts in seats, but Yurokis Gamboa do? Like, Gamboa ain't sell no tickets in Atlanta? Like, we can't say that, man. It's just crazy. But let me get that link for Hamed, and let me go ahead and play this.
All types of suckers, all types of punks and everything else. You don't see that same.
Back it up. Gotta back it up a little bit more.
He too small. He this. He too small in structure. He too this and that. I will fuck you up. Y'all see how he go off and go crazy on everybody else, right? But I call them all types of bitches, all types of suckers, all types of punks and everything else. You don't see that same energy come my motherfucking way. Because he know for real, this shit real. Talking about I'm too small and my numbers don't sell and this, that.
See, that part right there about that energy different, and you see, he don't say, I call him this and that, and he don't respond to that. Like, he's kind of pushing Tank in a corner where he might have to, or
he's pulling that card.
Or will respond, you know what I mean?
And to me, real quickness, I mean, the too small talk, it kind of nullifies it because, this dude's trying to fight Crawford at welterweight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or at least saying he wants to.
Yeah, man. All right, back to the audio. Let's do that.
Third, stop this shit, man. I hope the fans is not getting bamboozled by this crazy ass punk shit that these people are doing in the sport of boxing. Talking about something we won't sell. We can fight. We can fight in the DMV, Slim. We can fight at the Redskins Arena, Redskins Stadium, whatever you want to call it. Every hustler, every dope boy, anybody who's anybody gonna be in there, and it's gonna sell out. You know it, and the fans know it.
Now, look, to be fair, I did listen to an interview a while ago where Tank said if the fight with him and Gary ever got made, that it couldn't happen. Oh, actually, he said that about Tevin. He said it couldn't happen in his area for fear of a fight. So, you know, and obviously, I mean fights like in the audience and in you know, outside the arena and things like that. So I don't know if maybe that's also his same fear of a fight with him and Gary Russell in the city. Will it cause a divide? Because that's what he felt would happen with if he and Farmer fought locally. He like, if him and Farmer fought, they had to fight in Vegas so that wouldn't happen.
Yo, do like they do in Brooklyn, man. Have a special Battle of Baltimore belt made. You know what I mean? They've had those
Hell
fights
yeah,
all
you're
through.
right. Brooklyn used to give belts out, like the Brooklyn belt. You ain't lying.
Yeah. Paulie got that
Barclays
one when he
Center.
beat Zab.
Yep. I put the link in the chat, Hamed, and that's the Top Rank Diet shirt. You can find all different, you know, products with that.
Stop this shit. Don't nobody want. Matter of fact, to keep it 100, man, to my real fans, to the real true fans that really support Mr. Gary Russell Jr., let's keep this shit 100, man. And motherfucking, don't nobody want to see no motherfucking, Tank and what's the other sucker, other ducker? Leo Santa Cruz fight. Don't nobody want to see that shit. If y'all really fuck with Mr. Gary Russell Jr. and the real fans that want to support me, man, don't even pay to watch that shit. It'll be back on TV in like another 2-3 days anyway, man. That shit crazy. Don't nobody want to see y'all fight. People want to see me beat your ass. People want to see me beat Leo ass. Don't nobody want to see y'all fight each other. Stop this shit, man. That shit crazy. And look, y'all see Terence punk ass ain't say nothing. You see, he got completely quiet. Now he acting like he trying to fight other people and all that. He's a bitch. I just wanted to let the fans know what it is, man. Stop this shit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers got to have a sense of integrity. You know what I'm saying? And be somewhat honorable about themselves. You know, motherfucking Tank and what's the other sucker, other ducker? Leo Santa Cruz fight. Don't nobody want to see that shit. If y'all really fuck with Mr. Gary Russell Jr. and the real fans that want to support me, man, don't even pay to watch that shit. It'll be back on TV in like another 2-3 days anyway, man. That shit crazy. Don't nobody want to see y'all fight. People want to see me beat your ass. People want to see me beat Leo ass. Don't nobody want to see y'all fight each other. Stop this shit, man. That shit crazy. And look, y'all see Terrence punk ass ain't say nothing. You see, he got completely quiet. Now he acting like he trying to fight other people and all that. He's a bitch.
Yo, how you interpret that? Because I'm gonna be real. I think it was Terrence's sister or somebody, but like Terrence ain't replying because he don't win. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless they gonna offer him the Mikey Garcia bag the way that Earl got it to fight Mikey, it's like if he start beefing with Gary, he feels he's in a lose-lose situation. You know?
Yeah, and honestly, man, that's one that for me, you know, Spence my guy. You know, I like to come at these Bud fans sometimes, but I can't hold that one. If he don't fight Gary, to me, it's like you say, because if he beats Gary, I'm not gonna give him no credit, just like we didn't give Spence no credit for Mikey. And if he loses to Gary, well, then it's all over with. You know what I mean? So I, to me, I'm just like, I can't blame Terrence for not even giving it the time of day.
All right, let's get back to the tape, man. It's almost done here. He was busy today.
Just wanted to let the fans know what it is, man. Stop this shit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers gotta have a sense of integrity, you know what I'm saying? And be somewhat honorable about themselves. All that too small, all that. Tank, I will beat your ass, man. Bill, put another 35 on it. I beat your son ass too. And tell Eddie to answer the phone. Leo, you better keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. How dare you say something about me wanting to fight Terence Crawford? When I wanted to fight your punk ass, you was a cold sucker. You ain't do nothing. You see I had my son on one of my videos, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to let him know I'm trying to raise my young boy to become a young man. You know what I'm saying? If somebody put their arms around me when I get older because they want to fight my son better motherfucker beat their ass. My son better say, you know what, daddy? Damn that. I'ma fight him. I don't care what the fuck happened. I'ma fight him. I'm gonna give it every fucking thing I got. Because fuck that. You a bitch. Stop playing with me, Leo. Like I say, to the real fans, man. Somebody got on here, Danny and Earl. That's gonna be a good jump. That's gonna be a good jump. I think Earl might get Danny. But it's he.
All right. Listen, we gonna have to hit the brakes on that. Yeah, we got a little treat.
Oh man, I hope it's who I think it is. I hope it's who I think it is.
We're gonna go ahead and get the Bill Haney and see how he feel about, Gary Russell and that extra. What he say he want? Or another 0.5 on it?
0.5, next 0.5. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Haney for president.
Bill, you there?
Hey, how's everybody?
Oh man, everybody is more excited now that you're on because Gary took to his social media, obviously, I guess in reply to Devin taking to his social media and saying that Gary was ducking him because he didn't want to fight him for that 1.5 that Gary's willing to fight Crawford for. He took to his social media, basically said, look, me accepting 1.5 to fight Crawford is because it's personal. I just want to get my hands on Slim. With Devin, it's business. And I kind of understand that, Bill. And I'm hoping that you do. I'm hoping that you understand that Crawford's a bigger name than Gary, but Gary's at this moment has done more than Devin, so he wants to be paid. Can we negotiate this fight?
Hey. It's always important when we get the chance to, negotiate, kick the boxing, especially, do it in the positive. Everybody their full grams. Totally respecting everybody's position in the situation. So to say that is with Gary, respectively, you know what I'm saying? It takes two to tango. So with his 1.5 that he's asking for, which is a total of what the whole entire card that he got the last with him and Tug, respectfully, he said 1.5 that he wanted 1.5 for Terence Crawford. Now, when you talk about raising the money for two champions, whether it be Terence Crawford and Gary Russell, I mean, it takes both sides, right? So with the 1.5 that he said, I mean, during the pandemic, during the situation, the way that it is, then I mean that was fair. That was fair. The number that he said initially to me was what he talked about, whether it was pre-corona or whether he was under different circumstances or whatever, right? But the number that he said was it didn't work. When he said a number that worked, then Devin responded. But it wasn't me. Dev said, can we make that thing happen for the 1.5? So then he comes back and says, well, it's 2. So if we had said 2, was it going to be 2.5? Come on, man, this is real money, man, and it's the pandemic, and at the same time, that I don't want to deflect from the fact that we're waiting on the winner of Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, what Gary Russell was doing to validate us at 135 as being the king, I mean, is everybody going to say that? Because we've been wanting to fight any and everybody. You know, are they going to say that? Is everyone saying that, okay, this is the fight, that's what's happening? Because we've been in line for Lomachenko and Teofimo next. Now, if you guys are going to say that neither one of them are going to fight him, right, then let's talk. Realistically, because Gary is not talking about nothing. He gets action at the 1.5, and then he says, "Nah, put a 0.5 on it." No, put nothing on it, man. You know what I'm saying? First you say he ain't fought nobody, Shorty ain't fought nobody, and that Shorty ain't did nothing. And for Shorty to come up with 1.5 million for you to get in the ring, man, knock it off, man. We're gonna move on, brother.
Now, Mr.
Gary,
Haney,
Gary
this
Russell
is
and all that.
Joseph Rodriguez, aka Supermix. It's nice to talk to you again.
Yes,
I get
sir.
what you're saying. I get where you're coming from, but don't you think because you've been waiting, especially for that Lomachenko fight, who I feel he's gonna beat Tio, getting a Gary Russell on your guys' resume that gives you a common opponent with Loma? Doesn't that help kind of force that issue just a little bit more now that you have a comparable fight, or do you think is that something you think would help boost it, or do you think there's nowhere else to go for them guys? Either one.
Well, what I'm saying is this: is respectfully, is he knew what it would take to make a Terence Crawford move and a Terence Crawford fight. Like, okay, it being personal, business, or alike. What he was saying was, I am giving you a number that it was going to work. So when we entertained it, we said, okay, we'll get. What about the 1.5? 0.5 what, man? 0.5 don't make no difference of nothing.
But
What are we talking about? If you're not going, if you wasn't going to take the, if you wasn't, what did you say it for? This is not to negotiate. The thing is, the 1.5 was what you said that you would have went against Terence Crawford for, and then you come back and you say our profile. But now then you say, oh, we'll put another 0.5 on it, right? Let me ask you this then: would you give Dazn $2 million to come on your card and fight you? So don't run us out of business because you fight once every you done fought 5 times in 5 years. We talking for real business. We don't get priced out of business, man. That's for that reason, we got to move on, man.
damn, Bill, but do you gotta shut the door on it already? Can't we resolve it with a few conversations? I mean, he wants $500,000 more. I'm not saying that's possible. I'm saying maybe talking, and that $500,000 could be, dispersed into other things that isn't money, like walking out first. I don't know.
Okay, listen. No. How about this though? Because of the simple fact of, how about this? If we wanted to, if somebody said $2 million to us, we would fucking do it too. What the fuck? I mean, Teofimo was just asking for. They were just talking about 1.2 for Lomachenko and that fight. You talking about $2 million? Come on, man. You pricing your fucking self out, man. I'm through talking about it, man. I don't want to talk about other men's purses, man. I mean, and not even purses, man. The other men's, the money. But when dude said that I didn't get back with him because his number was clearly, and he knows, way more than that. But when he was outspoken like he was about Bud for the 1.5, we said, okay, shit. Well, now you got your business that you with your business, and your business is out in the street in the public. Then let's come back and we're going to offer you this 1.5 then. Devin Haney, 2 weight classes under him. Right? The youngest world champion in boxing, 21.
So
every
it was
single
Team
belt
Haney
that
that
the
made the
WBC
initial
done
offer?
had. Excuse me?
So it was you guys who presented Gary
Excuse
with the
me?
original offer, not you guys countering an offer from him?
No, man. I would never disrespect G like that, man. G is the longest reigning champion, man. Whenever I first talked to G, I was speaking to G from the perspective of out of respect and not knowing where he was at in his career and if he was wanting to entertain talking to Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin was talking to him, Eddie, at the beginning. And Eddie worked a partnership with Devin that allows Devin to do just what he is, negotiating for his legacy. He chooses a lot of guys, I'm one of the persons from DHP that has the privilege of being able to talk because he trusts in the fact that I ain't on no bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So with Gary, and let me just get right to it. With Gary, I talked to him initially like that out of respect because Devin wasn't a world champion. The next time that I talked to Gary was when Gary said something on the thing that he was coming up to 135 and everybody look out, shorty this and shorty that. You know what I'm saying? So then I talked to him off the phone about what it would take with him and Devin. When he said what the money was and what it was, I was like, damn, that much? So I said, well, shit, there's no way there would have been no way to make it happen. But with the 1.5, I said, okay, well, now that's more realistic, man. For us to just push this narrative and just make this fight, I said, yeah, Deb, you're right. Let me see if Dazn would be interested in the 1.5 and Devin, right? Because Gary don't got a date or he don't got nothing over there. So I said, well, shit, I'm with the people. I'm with and getting down. We ain't turning down no fade, but we will try the 1.5. The man came back and said, well, for you, it would be another 0.5. So then going to the people, like everybody said, hey, y'all listen, everybody, we need to get this $2 million for Gary. Come on, man. You're making it even more difficult, dog. The shit was going good and it sounded good, the 1.5 about Bud, and then, oh no, the young dude stepped up and he got 1.5, and you know what I mean? Now we got something going. He said, no, another 0.5 for him. Come on, man. No, another 0.5 for us, you mean? We ain't even talking like that, though. You see what I'm saying? But come on, Ness. I mean, let me hear from the people, man. You know what I mean? I talk to myself all the time. Come on.
Well, I mean, I just don't want y'all not to get it because, there's rumors of maybe Gamboa, and obviously Gary would be way better than Gamboa.
Gary was at 135 pounds. Yeah, campaign then, Gary. You got a date in December campaign. Who you gonna pick? What are you gonna do? Because just talking, listen. Put it this way: Gary is good at 154 as well. He can go from 54, 47, 40, 35, 30, 26. I mean, what are you guys talking about, man? That's not how we had to work it.
So, Mr. Haney, do you feel like Gary may be just out here just trying to secure himself a big fight? That's really at this point what he's looking at. His as you mentioned, his activity rate hasn't been the greatest. So now
he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job clouting. He's doing a great job clouting. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna answer to the bell. You ain't gonna just clout with us. Or you ain't gonna just do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Period. If it's gonna be real, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna take effort on both our parts. And for me, during this time, for us to jump out and say that let us go to work and try to get that 1.5 that you were asking the great top rank to come up with it, man. You see what I'm saying? And then to disrespect us and to say, oh, well, put another 0.5 on the show. Man, knock it off, man. I'm done with you, dog.
But can we not be done if he
because
changes?
You keep playing. No, because you keep playing. No, he keeps playing.
Mind,
he keeps playing
though.
me. Listen. No. Oh, what if he say please?
No.
I apologize.
What if he hears?
No, wait a minute. If he says please, wait a minute. If he says please, y'all, I apologize. I've been disrespectful to the people. I've been disrespectful to people all along for hella long. I put my arm around the man's father that's going through a lot of shit. I was out of pocket with that. I'm just talking too much. You see what I'm saying? My business is out of order. You know what I mean? The young dude, Devin, is the future. He wasn't even saying nothing to you, bro. You know what I mean? You ain't even never gave nobody no opportunity. On the real, nothing. You keep talking about somebody give you something. Man, get somebody some respect around this motherfucker, man. It's other real men around here other than you, homie.
Real quick, let me just go back to that, Mr. Haney. What did you feel, and what would you have done if expected Devin to do if you were in the situation that Leo Santa Cruz's father was? He mentions that he was teaching his son that he wanted his son to take that fight and fight that dude no matter what. As a father yourself, I know I have a son. We're all fathers here. what would your reaction have wanted Devin's reaction to be if that was you in that situation?
Well, well, I mean, it's changing the whole narrative of what guys like me been trying to get fathers to go to the gym and feel protected and feel safe. Guys that go to the amateur tournaments, go to the places. You know what I'm saying? I'm a beast, so he ain't gonna do none of that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? He gonna put his fist up. He ain't gonna put his arm around me. You know what I'm saying? He got enough fucking respect from me for that. But that kind of respect is deserving to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially everybody who's put blood, sweat, and tears and money and families and put shit into this game, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody deserve that. You know what I mean? I don't care how long Devin is sitting for some fighter to walk up and then put his arms around me, grab my chains and all that other shit to get Devin in the fucking ring, man. Come on, man. All that shit is corny, man. For that reason and those reasons, man, I'm not associating with it, man. It doesn't make sense. Because everything that I say with the guy, everything that I try to do with the guy, it don't work. Even openly, even if we openly say this, no, that don't work. We need to go behind it. We need to negotiate more and do the. No, it's 1.7 and then 1. Nah, man, come on, man. Y'all capping, man.
So Bill,
Y'all capping. Y'all want to talk about a fight because y'all.
I just want to get to the point where you say you agree with the fact that once he hears this, he might change his mind and be like, you know what? I'm going to kick your son's ass just because you talking out of pocket, Bill. Because have you heard his latest one?
Listen, let me tell you. No, let me tell you. Listen, no, he going to talk to me with fucking respect and going to hope that I even want to do the shit. You dig what I'm saying? Because I pulled up and I already had explained to y'all from the very beginning that we are running shit. You see what I'm saying? So he ain't going to pull up and say nothing. Oh, I didn't just change my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like that, Ness. You know what I mean? Period. You talk crazy to Bud, and Bud didn't say nothing out of respect, dog. You see what I'm saying? You walking up to dudes, sucker punching them, you punching them in front of people that you know the man is going to get kicked out the tournament. You know the man is going to maybe go to jail. You don't do that kind of shit. Talking about I didn't punch him in front of people. Man, come on, man. The nigga might have been waiting to take that fade. He might have been waiting to take that punch for a lifetime to catch your little ass, too, while you're around here bragging about all this. I'm not talking to you on the phone no more. You heard what I'm saying.
I hear you, Bill.
Put the people on the phone, Ness.
Oh, you want callers?
Put the people on the phone, Ness.
All right, we going to Harlem.
Yeah.
There you go. Bill Haney for president. Mr. Haney, once again, it's an honor to have you on, champ.
Greatness. You available for Bill Haney in Harlem. Don't make me look bad, Greatness. Come on. There we go.
Yeah, we living, y'all. Y'all can hear me?
We hear you, man. What's your thoughts on everything Bill is saying, what Gary's saying? What would you like to see done? He want to hear from the people.
Well, to be quite honest, man, I was more so thinking to myself that if a fight between Haney and Gary was to ever happen, man, I'm expecting. Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, that was Sony jumping in hot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But before my time run out, I would just expect Haney to keep his distance, with his jab. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not trying to discredit Gary at all, man. But I am one of those believers that if you got a clear height advantage, you could do some damage. But if Gary could work on that inside with Haney, then we could make it happen, man. But other than that, I don't really see the fight really happening, to be honest. I feel like Devin Haney got his own route right now, and I'm looking for Gary to probably go against get a unification or something like that, because I think he's supposed to be maybe fighting looking towards for Leo Santa Cruz, or what's the other dude what's the other champion that's in that division? I forget his name, but I would like to see Gary go for a unification at least, because Devin Haney he got his own route, man. That dude is destined for greatness.
All right, well, Greatness. Thank you for calling in. Trey in the Bay, talk to us.
Oh shit.
Hey, Bill, I got a question. Is what pissed you off when he said I'll whoop your ass and your son too? Is that what got you that mad?
Oh, I ain't hear him say that. He said that?
Yeah.
Man,
He said
listen,
I'll whoop your ass
listen,
and your son
listen.
too.
I'm from listen, nigga. Listen. Let me tell you, ain't nobody whoop my mother. Ain't nobody whoop me. Period. You dig what I'm saying? Period. No. So I don't know. I'm on here. He didn't got his ass whooped before. Lomachenko can call. How about you do this? Have a caller call in and say that they didn't whoop my ass. Caller.
I just want you to know that he signed up for baby 6'9" in the house. That's my call.
Oh, ain't no question. Ain't no question.
All
That's
right.
that notorious 6'5" Ville gang. You dig? Respect, all respect.
Nah. I'm 6'9".
Hey,
I'm six
but listen,
nine.
for
Six
no,
five.
no,
I'm
no.
6'9". I'm 6'9",
Huh?
not 6'5".
Six
I said
nine, not 6'5".
6'9".
Oh.
See, no, 6'9" Ville. I mean, I said, oh yeah, I didn't say the 6'5". I know the difference.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
Yeah, I know the difference.
All right,
This,
that's
hey,
Trey in the
this
bag.
77. Yeah, that's right. Hey, but please, all my loved ones, we talk every day. You know what I'm saying? Give everybody else a call that feels different about, or feels different with BH the Great this evening, and give me a call and let's talk about it. I'm not gonna jump through the phone.
All right. We got Juan in the BX, New York City. What up?
What's up, bro? What's up?
What's going on?
Good?
I'm good. So what's your thoughts on Gary Russell versus Devin Haney?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like that video. Think Gary's pretty hood. And yeah, I think he should get the 2 mil. I know Bill, I'm sorry to say that, but y'all could actually make that fight bigger than it is just because the fact that Gary hasn't lost since Lomachenko, like you said. And he said that he did some bad training for that fight. So let's see if it's true. And you could just obviously your son's undefeated. He got a great career going on. So I think him versus Gary is a great match, and I think they both should get paid well for that because it's a huge match for the sport, and we need big fights right now. Anyway, that's my call. Good luck, Ness. Be safe, bro.
All right. Let me go out to Brooklyn, King Born. What up?
When you see old dirty bastards form a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your.
Hey, yo, Bill. Yo, Bill Haney. Yo, what up, man? Listen, this is what you need to do, man. Call his bluff. Yo, beef with him, man. Yo, call him out, man. Let's get this fight going, man. Let's get it on. This gonna be good for boxing, man. And guess what? If your son beat him, he can't say nothing no more. You get it now? If your son beat him and beat him up bad and knock him out, it ain't no more beefing. Cause yo, I'm from the East Coast. You heard? I'm from New York, my brother. But listen, man, all this wolf tickets, nah, man. Get it popping. Call him out. Call him out. Call his bluff, man. Cause he doing a lot of talking. He ain't trying to vacate.
King Born, he trying to get a word with you.
I want you, because I don't want you to get off the phone like the next caller. But look, all respect to that BX. You say out there, Bronx.
Nah, he from the Brooklyn.
The BX, right?
From Brooklyn, man.
Oh, he's from Brooklyn. You out there, Brooklyn, for sure. Now dig this. Watch this. This is the thing is, you don't want to ever get in anybody else's business. I know how you do it in Brooklyn. And listen, so he told me we ain't gonna talk about no numbers. We're gonna keep this shit respectful, right? He told the people I never got back at him. You understand what I'm saying? He played it like if, and that's the wrong thing to do in business because, you don't never want to say somebody that's handled this, say, oh, I was talking to him and your man didn't get back. Brother, I did everything that I could to make that fight happen, right? When we stopped with it. When he got back out there and he said the 1.5, as if Terence was some kind of sucker or something, right? for the 1.5. Everybody painted the narrative that that's what it is, right? So 1.5. So Devin said then, he said, well, shit, well, Pop, see what's happening with the 1.5 with him. Mind you, we trying to finish this shit with Gamboa. You understand what I'm saying? We got shit that you got with people that you try to negotiate, and then they say, well, what, we not negotiating?
Gambo fight, man. I'm not feeling that Gambo fight.
Okay,
I said it on here, too.
okay.
I ain't feeling that. For real. But, but let me just get real with you real quick, Mr. Haney. Listen, man. Somebody got to shut him up, man. Shut this man up, man. He ain't vacating. He riffing with everybody. Talking about fighting Crawford at 147, man. Yo, somebody shut him down. Shut him down like Public Enemy said. I shut you down. Shut him down, dog. Shut him down. Word.
Vaughn, thanks for calling in.
Yo, Des, hold up real quick. You guys, I know you guys love to call in a lot, counterpunch. Let's get these likes up. Bill Haney ain't like a lot of other guys. He wants you to ask him direct.
Yo,
we'll have
he
to put
want
out a
all the
Patreon
smoke.
post.
He want to hear everything. I love it, Bill, man. Thank you so much for, because people have been on. Wilder comes on and he'll answer all the people's questions, but ain't nobody like literally stay on for the callers.
And he asked for him. He said, give me the callers,
I
man.
know.
So props to Bill Haney. Ness, I think you got a couple super chats. You want to get to those real quick?
Let me get to this ringer. We're going to go out to Josh in North Carolina.
What up, TVV? Love the Spontaneous Friday show. Mr. Haney, what's good with you, man? I'm coming.
Yes, sir.
I'm speaking from a fan because I'm a fan of your son. But in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I can't wait for you to get away from Eddie Hearn and the Zone because I don't know all the situation and business is going on over there behind y'all with y'all. But it seemed like Eddie Hearn is getting Luke Campbell and some other UK fighters from fights. And your son should have been fighting Lomachenko. I don't know about it. It had something to do with that. But I think your son should be in way bigger fights because he's too talented to be. I ain't gonna say he's sitting on the side on the shelf or like that, but you know he got too much talent to be fighting who he's fighting. Not saying it's his fault because I know there's some people ducking him, but I also think his promoter. Well, I ain't gonna call him. I don't know Eddie Hearn's your promoter per se, but I don't think Eddie Hearn is doing his best to get your son in the best position to be that dude that everybody knows he can be. Because, in my opinion, I think he's a future pound-for-pound star. But it's just the fact that they ain't get him the fights that he needs. You know what I'm saying? If you could elaborate on that. And one more thing I want to ask you. Well, I couldn't even ask you that because you still signed with the Zone. But if, say, something do fall through, do you see your son going to TMT? And that's my call.
Okay, so with respect to Eddie, some people got to understand this, that Devin he started this shit early. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about, he was like, oh, is he in Mexico again? I didn't even know Devin fought. So we kind of knew that once the people got a chance to see him, so we kind of we put into the brand. We stayed down. We went to Showbox, and then we said, well, you know, we'll fight against anybody at that level. And then when he got to where he had got past the kind of opponents, you know, you guys was like, oh, we want to see him in there with tougher opponents. So it almost meant then that you go to championship boxing. But you have been through the traditional route of pretty much, it was at a time where you would either be an ESPN fighter of the night, those ESPN fights, or the little Monday night fights, or in our case, our era, Showbox. You know what I'm saying? And most of the prospects, they don't want to send them in tough. They're going to just keep building them. So that for Devin was gladiator school in the sense of he was going to meet anybody, you know what I mean, within respect of that weren't champions. So when we came over from that point, now you got to remember this is the important part of it is that the partnership with Eddie is different than most fighters have with the partnerships respectively to the companies that they're with, whether it be Golden Boy, whether it be, you know, Top Rank. And those principles were that when Devin was ready for a legacy fight and he was ready for fights that defined his career and movement, that we would be able to make the decisions, and it wouldn't be like, okay, well, you're on one of the wrong sides of the street. Because Eddie initially, he can work with everybody, and you done seen everybody put it down. Our side of being a co-promoter means that Devin has a great relationship with Floyd and TMT. You know what I'm saying? He keeps, his relationship with Floyd has been from the very beginning, and I don't think that they've ever stopped having a relationship as far as mentor and telling Devin stuff. So, I mean, I think Floyd has groomed Devin for the same position that he's in. And that's negotiating and talking and guys wanting more than they ever got before. But it's just happened when Devin is 21. And I'm saying, just y'all calm down. I know. He's the shit. But in 1 minute, you saying to me that he ain't fought nobody. And then the next minute, you telling me to go get a bunch of money from some people to fight him. Man, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? So I said respectfully, you guys, you're doing business, Gary, but, I don't know how we're doing it or what we're doing, but every time that I try to do something, it's always something else. Then it's 0.5 or then, my man, what was wrong with the 1.5? The same 1.5 that you asked for Terence Crawford.
Well, we got a super chat in reference to that. It's a direct statement. It's from Lamar Davis. He says, Bill, Devin doesn't have... Hold on 1 second. Sorry, getting a call. Bill, Devin doesn't have the resume of Crawford. The resume Crawford has. So 1.5 was love shot for a fight like that. And Dev has no one even close to that, a name like that.
So you want, and that's what I'm saying is in 1 minute they say that, and then say him being in the business for as long as he's been in the business, that was only respect that he even said the fact of Dev. You big like that, like, so I need the $2 million from you. Not that I was just smash you for that one that I just got from Tug, right? Not for the 1.4 that I got with JoJo Diaz. I needed the 2, and not that it's a company that's investing in you. It's a company that you want to do a one-off. You want to get the money and then you want to walk off. So Ness and everybody knows the business. And if you're really trying to do business, you're going to do business. All that other capping, man, you have somebody in Devin Haney that if you want to cap, somebody is going to answer to the capping, man. But if you're really trying to do business, then you guys would have already known. And Gamboa, they say Gamboa, but Gamboa is better than any win on this dude's record. The fuck? Man, would y'all knock it off, man?
Yeah, but not at this stage, Bill. Chill, man. Beating Gamboa
at what stage? No, it don't. Ness. Okay, so you tell me who's better that Gary Russell than beat
Gary Russell beat JoJo Diaz, man. Gary Russell beat JoJo Diaz, who beat Tevin Farmer, who's a champ now.
So what is JoJo Diaz gonna do with Tank?
I mean, what do you mean? Is he gonna fight him?
Ness.
Is he gonna fight him?
If they did fight, if they did fight, what would happen?
I mean, JoJo looked impressive his last. I can't even say, man. Tank went 12 with Gamboa with 1 foot, Bill. And Gamboa 38.
And what did respectfully, and then JoJo Diaz, what he done did?
He just beat
nothing to do nothing at that level.
He just beat a defending champion. Tevin Farmer defended his belt like 6 times, 5 in 1 year, I believe.
I love what Tevin Farmer is doing. I love what Tevin Farmer is doing, but I would say respectfully that no, he ain't beat nobody, man. He ain't beat nobody. No JoJo Diaz.
You said JoJo ain't beat nobody? Nah, man, I can't let you get that. Yo, Tevin is somebody. Listen, JoJo is somebody because he beat Tevin. Tevin had 4 losses. One of those to Pedraza, who's a 2-time champ. So after losing to Pedraza, he came back somehow and found a way to be champ.
Talking this Pedraza shit. Pedraza went 12 with Antonio Moran, and he was nothing for us. Nothing. Pedraza won't be nothing.
Yo.
Nothing.
I'm not saying Pedraza won't be. I'm just saying anybody that could be a champ 2 times.
No, you said that.
Bill, he was a champ 2 times.
But you said at the stage of the.
Yeah, because
Who?
I'm saying Gamboa at this stage, at 38, after the Achilles tendon, and man, nah, man,
Okay,
no,
anybody can be. Listen, anybody. Okay. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Anybody can do a lot of shit when there's not a lot of people in the division. For one, you can do a lot of shit. You can be a two-time what the fuck ever in any fucking division.
I argue
You dig what I'm
about
saying?
that
So
every
only
day.
thing I was saying is, okay. So only thing I was saying is respect to the DSI because I'm not shooting no shots at them. But I'm saying this: he is an active fighter right now. And if you put us in there with JoJo Diaz, if we started saying we was fighting JoJo Diaz, then you guys wouldn't like the fight.
I would not say I don't like the fight, but y'all in different divisions. He's at 130 defending his IBF in the rematch with Tevin.
And this kid is at 26.
But everybody know he wants to move up, and nobody wants to give him an opportunity. That's just that's his story.
Listen, everybody knows that he's talking shit, huh? Everybody knows that he's talking shit.
I don't know if he's talking
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Come on, man. Listen, why Josh Warrington ain't want to fight him? Why? You don't look. And I hate that people put me in this position because eventually Shakur's gonna hear this show and stop messing with me. But like, why Shakur ain't try to unify with him? Come on, you can't say that. He the only dude with a belt. Nobody will want to fight.
You're not. Shakur not gonna quit. Shakur not gonna quit messing with you because of that. Because I'm gonna tell you, the man ain't called out Shakur's name.
Yes, he did.
He tried to push for no fight with no Shakur.
I mean,
he might have whispered that shit.
I don't
He didn't
know.
push for no fight with Shakur.
I don't
Come
know
on,
if
man.
he called Bob Arum, but did he say Shakur name and Shakur? Yeah, man, that's out there. That's definitely out
No,
there.
you go tell Bob. You go tell Bob like we do. Like you know how it goes. You done said it many times about the cross of the street and all the shit. You already know if you want it. You already know. Other than that, you got to just keep pushing, right? You done said it many times. If you want that, if you want those people, go over there.
Yeah.
So evidently, you don't want to go over there and you don't want them people.
I
Why
mean,
don't you have
Gary is
why?
different
Why?
because he is a free agent and he's made that, abundantly clear on social media. Whereas if he wasn't a free agent, I'm sure his handlers would have came out and took ownership. He's different than other guys. He's available. But I get you. He's not supposed.
But what I'm
Bill,
saying is,
I want you to
got
understand
you
this.
got to go. Hey, can I ask you this, Ness?
Yeah.
Can I ask you this, Ness? Just one quick. Is you got to understand when you're working with the best in boxing, and a guy like Al and a guy like Bob. Man, listen, if they come up with some money, or you come up with the money is great. If somebody come up with some money like that or near that, it's great, man. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying this, I can't come on here and bash nobody and talk negative towards nobody because we got a date. And if the people is saying, okay, well, shit.
You say what? You say because you got a date?
Go ahead. A date. We have a date. You got a date. And then you got a budget. You have a budget within that date. You see what I'm saying? Like the budgets that he's been having within his dates. So that's why I asked him, I said, well, on your particular date what's your budget for that date? Because dealing with the pandemic, dealing with all the shit, and everybody's saying, no. And I'm saying, oh, shit, they don't even know business. Because that's what I'm talking about. For everything that everybody's saying, oh, you ain't fought nobody, go get $2 million to fight you. What the fucking sense does that make?
Now, I get you. I get what you're saying. You ain't never got this. Why you trying to get it? But I'm just saying the same thing this super chat says. Nafal Hamed says, negotiate, man. That's how things work. The next one is from Cincinnati. TJ says, please tell Mr. Haney, WBC has permitted franchise transfer. Y'all not getting the fight. Let's put down egos and get this fight made. Dazn needs it. So basically, he's saying now that the franchise status.
Go.
No, I
can
just want
can be transferred.
Yeah,
so
to Teofimo if he wins.
Does that mean so it transfers? So does that mean that it transfers, and what does he do with it, caller? Because if I wanted the franchise belt, if we want the franchise belt, What does the franchise belt do? Would you guys be talking to us about the franchise? Does Gary want to win the franchise belt? Can you challenge for the franchise? They said a transfer because he's petitioning for the transfer. It takes a petition. You can't win it. A transfer, we're not getting a fight. We're not getting a fight. We got the belt. Now, what we want to do is we want to get them other belts. That's what we want to do. Or we want to move up and get another belt.
So wait.
Want the
So if you
franchise
guys
belt,
get
though,
the
man.
fight with the winner of Tio Loma, you would and wanted that. If let's say you guys wanted that franchise title, you have to petition to
No,
make
we
it
don't want the franchise
transferable.
title.
It's
No,
not
no, no,
automatic?
wait. We don't want no. It's not. It's not transferable automatic. For one, you have to petition for it, and then we would have to drop the WBC belt, meaning all the smoke, all the mandatories, and all the stuff. And yet we'd have to drop that belt, and we're not dropping. Dev's not dropping that belt for nothing. We don't even want to talk nothing about no franchise.
No, you clear that up for us, sir, because this whole franchise thing has gotten so complicated over the last couple of months. You're really clarifying some things for us and our listeners, and I appreciate that.
But what a franchise title does for him is when he's ready to fight for the world title, when he wants to become a mandatory for the world title, the world title, then he becomes the mandatory. The franchise will always trump, say, I don't know who is the number one right now. We don't even know who the number one is to Dazn right now. So the franchise will always come in and trump that.
Let's go to heavyweight. So if somebody becomes let's say
champion,
AJ became the franchise, he would trump, let's say, Dillian White.
Yes, if Dillian White wanted to fight again and fight his way back up, just like Mikey Garcia is the Empress champion at 135, which means that he can come back and he can challenge at any given time. Meaning he won't have to work the ranks, won't have no mandatory. He won't have to fight somebody. He won't have to. Teofimo won't have to go back into the tournament that he ducked out of. He won't have to do none of that. Whenever he decided to fight, if he decided to fight, then he could.
I got you. So, let me let the nerd come out of me a little bit. Basically, I don't know if you ever watched wrestling WWE, but it's basically a Money in the Bank briefcase, meaning I can cash this in whenever I feel like it if I'm the franchise champion to get a shot at the world title.
You said, excuse me? Say it one more time.
Like in WWE, they have a briefcase thing called the Money in the Bank, and that's essentially what the franchise title is, meaning is whenever I'm ready, I can cash in my franchise opportunity to face the world champion in my division.
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I can kind of explain it to you again in the sense of that it's a status that you petitioned for, right? If you have the merits and you have the qualifications, so if Teofimo was to beat Lomachenko, a person that had that status, then of course you're able to apply for it. It's able to be transferred to you. But that would only mean then if you want to be completely undisputed. And the word, when you say the word undisputed, that means no doubt, no left, and nobody, then you're able to come over and fight Dazn for the real WBC world title.
I got you. So has there been any interest on the other side, whether it's Tio's team or obviously Loma's team, about that fight with Devin being next? I know that's a fight I think the boxing world, Devin versus the winner of that is something I think that we can really sink our teeth into, and that'll put Devin over the top in that division.
That's the only thing that I say is do not flip the narrative of that we start looking at 26-pound Gary and that we're not putting pressure on them to make that fight. And that's even though, and another person is that no one is saying is the Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell, Eddie is working that. Because to get Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia in the ring, and then to be the interim, for the interim title, which means that all they have to do is petition to us to fight for the world title, but the world title cannot petition to them. I mean, it's a great position to be in. Because we were the interim champions, and we said that, look, once Luke Campbell beats Ryan or Ryan beats Luke Campbell, and then Dazn vacates the belt, they don't have to fight nobody else again. they become world champions. Why,
Now
so
I
why
gotta
would they?
ask you,
Why would
Mr.
they
Haney,
have
who
to?
do you
So they got to
favor in
fight
that
you.
fight? The Luke Campbell Ryan Garcia fight.
Oh, that's a good one. What? Luke is the only person that probably would give us the most problems because he's tall, he's long, and he likes to box. He got an Olympic medal boxing, so you know what I mean. But Ryan, I don't know if I should be giving any pointers to the Ryan camp because he's getting better and better. But he done turned into a power puncher. You know what I'm saying? So when he used to be a boxer, when him and Devin had all them times, they were the best boxers of those divisions at that time. So now he's a power puncher. So I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Ryan's boxing is going to beat him or he's going to knock him out or whatever. So I think I'm going to give that one a 50-50 fight.
We got some more from the people. We got TJ back at us in Cincinnati. Says, I'm at work, Mr. Haney. We want to see this. I don't like the zone, but I'll get it for this. I don't care about the money, but please, please, please make it happen. Then we got Mac FF Trail in the Bay. Mac and Trey in the Bay says, shout out to TVV putting in the work. And Who Dat Nation says, there's no way to justify fighting Gamboa. He will get no credit. All right, we got more people too on the lines. They are lit up.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Now, to say that he is not going to get any credit for Gamboa, right? When, like I said, if you put Gamboa in with him, I mean, he just showed what he did to Tug, my dude. You dig what I'm saying? He just had an opponent. So you guys are saying that the guy Tug is better than Gamboa. Come on, man, knock it off, man.
All right. Looking like we have Info Joe in California. Talk to us.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo. First off, man.
Uh-oh, Joe. You going in and out, Joe. Your service. Nah, champ. What, you driving?
Yeah, man. All right, come back to me, bud, if you can.
I will.
Am I clear?
You going in and out. We going out to Louisville Slugger. Talk to us. LV Slugger.
TBV.
There we go. Talk to us.
TBV.
We hear you.
What up?
We hear you.
Yeah, man, I ain't even damn. I'm late to the show for real. I just wanted to. I was listening to this morning show. I was trying to see about that Crawford Usyk comparison. That was horrible, man. When they moved up from Unified, then Crawford come straight up and fight Horn.
Yep.
No tune up. Usyk came up and fought Weatherspoon, didn't he? Teaspoon, didn't he?
Because AJ is busy, right? He mandatory to AJ though.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not a good comparison, I don't feel like.
I mean, the energy ain't the same for two people that's undisputed. That's all I'm saying. But we got Bill on, man. We're going to have to argue that another time.
Oh, yeah, no, I ain't trying to argue. Yeah. Shout out to Bill, man. Yeah, y'all doing your thing. I was listening to the morning show. That's why I'm late.
Do you like the Gary Russell versus Devin Haney? And
I like the Devin Haney because he ain't. I don't feel like he gonna fight Bud, man. He ain't trying to. I don't feel like he's trying to fight Bud for real.
You mean Gary?
I want him to fight. I want him to fight Haney though. That'll be a good fight.
And what about that Gamboa fight? Gamboa versus Haney.
I don't mind it. You know, I feel like Loma ducked Haney anyway, so you know what I'm saying. It ain't his fault. People trying to call him out for his resume. It ain't his fault how his resume look. You know, he had the opportunity to fight Loma, and Loma did the franchise thing. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I won't mind Gamboa though. He'll knock him off.
All right, champ.
I
Let
feel
me
like
get you
Haney,
some
but
other callers. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying.
I'm sorry. Unmute yourself. My bad, champ. My bad. There you go.
No, I was just saying. I feel like Haney and Shakur Stevenson gonna be one of them big boy fights, like one of them Pacquiao Mayweather fights in the future. You know, they're young right now. I just want to say that though. Haney and Stevenson.
Majid, Florida. Tell us how you feel.
What up, man?
What's up? Majid?
That's not me.
I hear you. We just need you to talk.
Nah, I was saying that I feel like, Gary Russell, he talking enough crap that somebody big gonna beat him up. I think that he jealous because he ain't got that Santa Cruz pay-per-view like he been begging for. But I feel like if they gotta fight Gamboa because that's what's left around or whatever, it is what it is. But I feel like Top Rank, that one that Loma and Tiafimo need to run that with they need to run that with Haney because they took his title shot and then gonna go franchise. That's a straight duck move. So I just asked, do you feel like they owe y'all that after they get their unification together? But that's all I got.
Bill, you feel like you
Hello?
owed that?
Do I feel like that they owe that? Well, it's just like that with being a world champion. They having that belt. He had the WBO and the WBA belt, and he ran off with it. You know what I'm saying? He petitioned for the franchise status to come back at a later date, respectfully. But then he took the belts and ran over there. Now you can't make nobody get in the ring. We saying that between the winner and Devin, we think that's a big fight, man. One of the biggest fights to probably be in boxing in 2021. And that's what we gearing up, and that's what we getting ready for. I think Devin has worked to be put in that position, and that's what we work for. I mean, what you think, Ness?
I mean, I love it if you can make it happen, but it's Top Rank you're gonna have to deal with. But we got some more for you.
Why do it become I'd ask the people too though. Why do it get to be politics when it comes to us? Or it got to be more money when it comes to us? Why everything got to be so different?
Nah, it's
You know
the
what
same.
I mean?
It's the same for
And I just
Bud.
be,
Politics exists in a
oh,
division,
okay.
man. It's the same. It's the same. When you dealing with another, you know how it is when you're dealing with another promoter. You got to split that now. So they think about it twice.
Yeah, but Eddie and Aaron have made all kinds of fights, and I mean shit. And Aaron and Al just made the biggest fight of last year. It was Wilder and Fury. So,
Now, would you think that fight would be a
right.
DAZN fight or a ESPN and Top Rank wanted over there on ESPN?
which one?
The winner of you
Which
guys
fight?
versus Tio Loma winner.
Eddie don't have no problem letting it go over to ESPN. He don't have no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Aram has quit for his champion to go over there. But one thing about Eddie is he's going to let it. He will make it happen, and y'all know that he will put his efforts. I mean, all his fighters, who's under protection? Any fighter that he got, who's under protection? Because we didn't want to go over there to be protected. Fine, we knew that wasn't going to be the most, political thing to do.
Right.
But
ESPN, that's not a hurdle you guys are even worried about. Y'all
opportunity.
are willing to go over there and take the winner of that fight next, or in 2021.
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks. That's what Eddie wants to see. That's what everybody wants to see. That fight. The Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight, or I'm sure once Teofimo beats him, then they want that. But I mean, I think we all want Devin and Loma, or the Devin and Teo the winner, or Devin and Ryan, Devin and Javante. I just said that I just said with G. I just said, damn, G, you gonna just jump way over the line over all the other guys, and all them guys is getting you. You know what they getting. So you saying you want more than what everybody else is getting, and you saying that you fighting against somebody that is a nobody.
So do you think Gary is doing this almost out
really
of
put it down.
desperation at this point? I mean, it's like you said, he hasn't had many fights, and I honestly don't say that he's that popular with the casual audience. I think Devin's a bigger name. I think all these guys he's calling out are bigger names than him.
Yeah, but I respect definitely what he's going through and what his family is going through in this business. I understand it's a business, and I respect him. So, you know, and I've always said that's why I said in the very beginning, I said that we talked to him with the idea of if he, out of respect, if he can talk to Eddie about, you know, because at that time Tevin was the champion and, you know, that kind of stuff. Devin wasn't the world champion. So we didn't have no leverage that we were trying to fight Gary Russell or Gary Russell was talking about fighting Dev. That shit didn't even come into play until he said something on the Instagram.
We got some more people for you, Bill, if you still got the time. And we got TJ who says, Andre, Triple G, Callum Smith, Saunders, protection.
Protection harm. Let me ask you this, though. Do you hear them asking for the fight that they do you hear them? Is that the same? Do they? What you mean? Protection.
Well, yeah, Callum
Protection
definitely.
how?
I mean, I guess because of the look who they fighting, right? Like, since the zone signed Callum, excuse me. Since the zone,
listen, what I gotta understand, no, this is what I'm telling you. What I gotta understand is, I bet I'm not 100% about who's Callum Smith's division because I'm not one. But if you just think about this, callers, think about this: is if one of the guys like Bob Arum or Al or Odin Boy, they got stars in all the divisions. If they want to pick something out of Florida, not out of Florida, out of Eddie's nest and put something together, they got the biggest networks. What you think is not going to happen? How do you figure that that's on protection? Protection
Well, I
what?
think what the super chat meant is, in a sense, is those names I think can be getting quote unquote protection because they're all waiting on that golden ticket from Canelo. Those are all potential Canelo opponents, and I feel like
no, I mean, all you gotta do is look at those names. Those guys have fought while on the zone. They're very bad. Callum fought Ndam, who wasn't a 68-pounder, moving up on the AG undercard. Then he fought John Ryder. Billy Joe has fought one dude at 68 that I don't even know his name, and it was for a vacant title. Andre has fought 4 people who you can't remember. Keeler, I remember because that name is easy. The other dude was African Akinwande or something like that. I don't know. He had 4 fights with nobody. I mean, Triple G.
They're all getting ready for. They're all getting ready. You have one common denominator in all of them, including Devin. They are all getting ready for the bad motherfuckers in their division. If the bad motherfucker want them, if they that sweet, the bad motherfucker, they there for him. Now, the bad motherfucker can't say it's not. They're not picking them because we don't do business. Because you see, we do business all the time. This is like the B squad. This is the B side over here. You feel me? We just work hard, and we look like A side. That's why I said with him, he was like, "Go get some money." He was like, "Go get some money." I was like, "Bro, I'm trying, man. You talking about go get some money? Go get $2 million in the pandemic, man. Come on, man." I'm just keeping it real with people, man. If they, if they don't understand, I can see they don't understand. If they disagree with me, I can agree with that too. You see what I'm saying? It don't make no difference. I'm just keeping it real.
Let me ask you this real quick, Mr. Haney, because I know a lot of our callers and listeners want to hear about this. Because you mentioned that Gary, in your opinion, priced himself out. So what are your thoughts on the reported $10 million request by Keith Thurman to fight Terence Crawford? Do you think that's a bit of a price out? Should Crawford have negotiated, or do you? Because he's kind of pretty much taking the same stance you have as, hey, we're not going to talk to you if you're going to ask for outrageous money.
Well, in the business, you gotta build your thing. You gotta build your profile where Keith Thurman has built his profile in the 47-pound division that the fight can be built accordingly. Crawford has, and he didn't build. Devin is working his way up, and Gary Russell, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you got. We want to be at that.
In
We want
terms
to
of
be
that
that you got those
situation,
shows.
do you
We want
feel
to
like
have those
Thurman
nights.
overpriced himself?
That part I don't know, because I don't know how much is on the table for their show and for their slot. You know, I know a little bit about the lightweights, right? Because then Teofimo, he had just got offered the 1.2 for the Lomachenko shit, and then he was haggling back about that. Loma had to put in some money, and then so when he came and he said then 2 million. You see what I'm saying? And then we trying to get the buzz, but at the same time he's saying we ain't nobody, and then he really ain't fought no fucking body. And then by the time I say, well, Dev said we'll put the 1.5, and we'll put some money in, right? If it had to happen or some shit, then he say I'll put another 0.5. Don't y'all think that's disrespectful? I mean, I come from the streets too, though. I'm just saying.
We got another one from Jordan Carter, who says, Haney versus Gary, fire emoji. Trenton Jones, TJ says, Mr. Haney, they all in the same division. It makes no sense. It is Dazn protection. And he's talking about all
I know,
those,
that's what I'm
all those
saying.
names.
They're all in the same division. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying is by them being in the division, that now we just agreed that if Aaron wants to make the fight happen, if Golden Boy wants to make the fight happen with Eddie, if Eddie is there to make it. So in those divisions, you have fighters that are building their profile and are asking for the big fights. You saying fight that they need to fight somebody? Well, have them fight the top fighter. I think Charlo is in there with Andrade, and then I don't know who. I think Callum Smith. I don't know who. Callum Smith. I don't know who it is with him. I think is it Canelo or is it Billy Joe?
I mean, they
Billy
both
Joe. He said
they
it's Billy
both
Joe.
rumored. They both rumored to be in there. We got Majimbe, who says, Mr. Haney. Majimbe says, thank you. Majimbe says, Mr. Haney, thank you for coming on the show. Ness, why is Gamboa fight bad? It's a way to compare Devin and Tank, and then ask for the fight.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yo, but Bill, this is why I don't like it, right? Because I usually like common opponents, but if you don't outdo the person, it could blow up in your face.
Bad. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it could be. That's another thing about it, which I'm telling the people. I'm like, come on, man, you guys talking about Devin doing more, and Devin is the one that said it, matter of fact. It wasn't his dad. But Devin saying he going to do more. He's better than Tank. And that guy, Gamboa, man, we've been watching Gamboa since he's been young. I don't see, I know that I never purposely watched him get knocked out by that whatever that guy is, Canosul or whatever. But I watched the other fights in Gamboa, right? And from Devin as being a world champion and waiting on the big fight, it's a perfect next fight for the big fight. Now, if Loma and they had said, and they pushed this card and said, okay, well, we're going to go now. But when you said that we have an optional defense to pick somebody, I mean, having Gamboa, and Gamboa hurt his leg in him and went 12. So a healthy Gamboa should give Devin the problems that he needs to grow as a fighter.
But outside of the money, Mr. Haney, can't that same argument be made for Gary Russell? I mean, Gamboa is kind of someone we see on the back end of his career. Gary Russell's a
Yeah,
common
no, no, no,
opponent
no,
with
no. Just like
Lomachenko, and look what
yeah,
he's
but
done
like
since then.
Tug.
He's been
You talking about like
a
Tug?
champion for 5 years since the fight. That isn't that a
Oh,
better
oh, so wait a
person
minute, wait a
on
minute.
your
So you
resume
talking
to
wait, wait.
compare with
Are you talking about the
Lomachenko?
okay? Well, let me tell you. You talking about the longest reigning champion of the world for 5 years? That just fought Tug? Come on, my guy. You just said that he just
No,
fought
I get
Tug.
you,
My
but I'm
That
guy,
was
saying
he's
is
just
32 years old.
mandatory. That's just mandatory. You can't get mad at him. For,
So,
oh,
so
come
wait, wait.
on,
So wait,
Bill.
wait, wait. So wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. Give me a second. Give me a second. So become somebody's mandatory. Do like we do. Become somebody. You saying so? You so since you got the
I mean, he a
mandatory and
champ
it was
now.
Tug,
He can't
that
be
that makes it
someone
okay?
married. He can't be someone mandatory because he's champ now. He gonna
Well,
have to vacate.
what I was trying to say, Mr. Haney, is from my perspective and a lot of the fans' perspective is Gamboa's on the back end of his career, and Gary is someone you could say is potentially in his prime. Although he's coming up from two weight classes, I think that's more of a competitive fight than Gamboa because I get what you're saying because I expect David Haney to make a good impression on everybody if he fights Gamboa. But I just feel like my personal opinion, the same argument outside of the money can be made for Gary.
But what I'm trying to say to you guys is to get that fight with the fight is Lomachenko. They don't believe that Gary. No one is saying that Gary, Gary is not a bad fight. They're not saying that Gary to them that's not Gary is when you put your name in there for Lomachenko, you don't say no to Gary. We didn't say no to Gary. We were trying to negotiate the fight. You see what I'm saying? Just like he negotiates. But for somebody to say that the negotiation or this got to happen, why haven't? Where's everybody when they've been saying this? What's got to happen for Devin Haney? That's fucked up. That's fucked up, y'all.
Bill, this fight gonna take y'all over the top, man.
Yeah, but no, that's fucked up though. That y'all would, that we got to do something. You do it, but then you don't. You got this big platform nest, and then you can't put the pressure on them to got to do something to a kid, a young kid that then got every belt, every green belt. So don't push past the narrative. The fight is the winner. Everybody should be watching. The next fight after is the winner of Devin Haney the winner of Lomachenko and Teofimo is Devin Haney.
Yeah,
and when I get on this kind of platform
but
and
let
I'm
me
talking,
ask you something.
I can't come on this and water down and diminish Devin then that he's the baddest motherfucker at 135. We have nothing to prove.
Let me ask you something. What sort of guarantee is the WBC giving? Because you keep saying you got. I'm like, I honestly, from as long as I've been in, I feel like, until that fight is made, I don't know about it being made. So, is there something in the WBC rules that states that you guys will get the winner of Teofimo Lomachenko? Because
No, oh hell no. Because the thing about it is, only thing that he can do is promise that he will come and he will do justice in the WBC. You know what I'm saying? That he's a member. He'll be a franchise member, but he just won't be a belt holder with any kind of responsibilities. So he's promising that, just like Canelo. I think he's a franchise. And what division is he in? Like
franchise
which one?
at
Because he can come
160.
back there, but he's in another division.
He's
Yeah.
But he's
franchised at
fighting at
160.
what weight?
His
He's
last
fighting at
fight was
68,
at
But he's
but
fighting at
75.
168 too.
yes, sir.
He's at 3.
Yeah, but see, so he's franchised, meaning he can go back there. He can go back because he's a franchise champion for that weight class, and he's promised that probably to Mauricio that he would. And
So
and,
has
and the
there been
winners
any?
promised that they will.
Obviously, it's all preliminary at this point. But has there been any talks with Bob Arum and Top Rank about getting that fight going next? Is that something they're interested in, or they're just trying to get that fight out the way first?
And it's interesting to us because obviously that's what it would mean Devin having all the belts. So it was just that we wanted one belt and We would like that, but I think that they were talking about the belts or some shit like that.
I think he's cutting out.
Who are they fighting next? Do anybody know? I said, does anybody know who they're fighting next? What's the plans when they win? I mean, do they retire or what the fuck? They go up to what? 140 is all. What you go down to 130.
I just
big
don't.
Shit for a minute because I'll just talk some small shit with y'all.
I don't know, man. Those are conversations that are all theoretical until those fights happen. I mean, I've seen Top Rank do.
I thought we just got on the phone talking about theory, man. We're talking about theory.
Bro, when it comes to belts, look at AJ. Wilder was trying to get that fight. Like, it's not easy, man. Look at Dillian White. You guys are in the position Dillian White was in. It's not easy till you get it. I mean, you're not in the position Dillian White was in because you got elevated. But that's the position Dillian White was in. As casual fans, no different than the UFC or anything else. Casual fans, that the chicks that I know, Instagram chicks and fly and dudes and money get all across the country, they went to an event in Atlanta and seen half of Gamboa. You see what I'm saying? They seen a guy on one leg and they loved it. And he went the 4 rounds with him. So we said, okay, he has name recognition, he has a belt, he has all the accolades, he has all the things, right? Now this the thing is, Orlando Salido beat the shit out of Lomachenko and he was 36 years old. And he was older, and Lomachenko was older than Devin. So guarantee you, I am not talking bad about none of these fighters, man. I got respect for all of them because I know what time it is. Orlando Salido had beat the shit out of Lomachenko. He was 36 years old. So what is somebody going to say to that? They're gonna tell you that, come on, Bill, Orlando Salido hit him with so many low blows. He was fighting dirty. You know how it goes.
But what I'm saying, when the great Top Rank makes moves, when in terms of with their champions, when the great, the great Al Haney, and I'm saying is, the Gamboa fight in Devin, 1 minute you guys say you don't got nobody, and then you say the low blows of a veteran can, and elbows of a veteran and chicken of a veteran can upset you. Then we go into this fight seriousness. That's the only thing I'm just trying to tell you is if that fight happens take it serious. We're not going to let everybody tell us, oh, you ain't fought nobody, and then you get in there with him and you got somebody in there and you don't look good. So our thing is to look good and continue on forward and wait for that. Wait and see what's happening with these 2 dudes. There's promise to Mauricio Suleiman will come back and fight Devin Haney.
No, you know what, Mr. Haney, and I like that because a lot of fighters we've noticed get kind of caught up in what the fans say, and you're right, fans. I'm guilty of it myself before. They will move the goalpost on you. Whatever move you make, the next move is not. It's not as good as your next move. So I completely understand it. Let me shift gears real quick. Who do you favor in the Teofimo versus Loma fight?
Hold on, brother. Wait, let me.
No problem.
Excuse me, you got to say that again one more time.
I was asking, for you guys, who do you favor in the Teofimo versus Lomachenko fight, and who would you guys rather fight if you could pick the winner based off your style?
And then like I said, that one I'll pick. I pick Loma. I'm going with the boxer.
All right. Let me get to some more.
I'm going with the boxer.
Let me get to some more callers here, Bill, before you got to cut out and everybody gets mad at me. We got Intrigue in Atlanta.
I said this bitch on fire hotter than a throwaway. I need my money now, no extra days. Your time's up, goons ready, ain't no other way. It ain't no other way. That's all I got. I say what I mean, do what I say. I pray my chopper bullets don't spray. If you Crawford, better look both ways.
So, intrigued. You're just listening. All right. Thanks for letting me play that intro. Shout out to you. We're going to JP in Long Beach. What up?
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Bill? This is my first time being able to listen to you, man, and I really feel the vibes. I really feel the vibes. It's like we at the barbecue or something. So I'm really loving it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you for coming on and spending some time with the people, man. Not everybody willing to do it, and you a man of the people. Shout out to you for that.
Hey, bro, at the barbecue, I'm even ready for sometimes when cats say, man, well, wait a minute, man, you've been talking too motherfucking long. Let me listen to this. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a real, M-I-double-G-A, man, for real in real life. So I appreciate the compliments, and that comes with work. And if you ever see me doing, where you need to pull my coat when I ain't wearing no sweater, I'm the same kind of guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt. The vibes, I already know. So, yeah, straight up. Gary, man, look, I like a nigga who talk heavy. That's why I like Bill. And other cats who talk heavy, I like heavy talk. That's why I like Ness. But, this nigga didn't sell so many Wolf tickets, man. I mean, he should work for the Timberwolves organization. He done sold more Wolf tickets in the game than anybody. So, and Gary ain't done enough to sell them tickets. And that's all it really boils down to him for me. That's why I appreciate the Haney team, because they out there calling out people. I don't like those who feel they above that. This is sport. And aside from it being sport, it's not a regular sport where the best eventually meet each other like every other sport. All the politics involved, that doesn't happen for a long, long fucking time. And that's what sucks about boxing. And that's why we have somewhat of a soap opera. But that said, man, I like the Haney team because they out there trying to get to these fights, man. And that's what us, the fans, want. I'm a consumer. Give me what I want.
So do you not want the Gary Russell Haney fight? Is that what you're saying?
I'll take it. Absolutely, especially at this point in Haney's career. You see Haney being the guy. Russell feels like he's been around for a decade. He should have already had. But
what's a bigger fight to you? What's a bigger fight, Haney Russell or Haney Gamboa?
Oh, definitely Haney Russell. It's more name notoriety. It's more weight to it. I feel like that's a higher pedigree of fighter as far as cachet on the Haney resume. So for sure, man, definitely go after that Gary fight. I think y'all can keep him at the end of the jab easily. The nigga arms ain't but from here to there. So easy work.
All right, Long Beach. We got.
So now. All right, so now, dig this.
Nah, I hear you.
I done added something else. I done added something else, and I was thinking about it. While you was popping it, you said, do they want to see Gary Russell and Devin Haney? Well, shit, man. He's over there with Al. Ask them, do they want to see Gary Russell and Gervonta Davis or Gary Russell and Leo Santa Cruz, man? Come on, y'all.
He want them fights, but you see Leo want no parts of him. You just said yourself that he's gone to extremes to get Leo that you felt were disrespectful, and Leo still ain't responding. And let's just put it like this, right? You saying I'm done with Gary because he came out publicly, said XYZ, and we should have just done business the right way. So who knows if Leo is the same thing? Like, yo, you put your hands around my father. This is a fight game, not personal. I'm done.
No.
I'm not giving him that fight no more, Al.
No. That's Kizap. That's Kizap to the 10th power, man. What I just told you was, I said, listen, I'm just going to tell you, because, that's good. That's good. But the question was, would you like to see Gary Russell and Devin or Devin and Gamboa? Or would you rather see Gary and Tank versus Gary and Leo? Meaning next. You dig what I'm saying?
I would rather see Gary versus Tank next. But again, Tank just went on Brian Custer and said Gary too small. Everybody trying to ignore Gary. That's why every caller you hear is like somebody shut him up. Everybody trying to tell Gary he too small, and it is almost starting to be unfair. And he
But I
got
mean,
he
Ness, he
got
fights.
names.
He fights once
No,
a
He
year,
got
no, wait, wait,
Ness.
wait.
names. He got names under
He's
his
not
belt,
just
man.
small. Wait a minute. He's not. Okay. He's not. He names.
Hell
There's
yeah.
one.
He beat former world champs,
Um.
everything.
Okay. Okay. But let me just tell you is
Uh-huh.
if he didn't beat all that, sir. If he didn't beat all that, then why is he not on? Has the date on the cards that were announced, and then he gives someone $2 million to come on TV and beat the fuck out of him.
Cause he a threat. He a threat.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's a threat. So no, it's not no threat. Get $2 million and give a few people a call.
So
$2 million.
So you telling me that if you was in Leo's position, you would say, yeah, let's fight Gary for $2 million. Let's not fight Tank on pay-per-view. Come on. Everybody know Tank's the bigger
I'm
fight.
saying is no.
Leo ain't
He
gonna
said Tank's
pick
the bigger
Gary,
fight.
Bill.
Well,
Yeah. Leo ain't gonna pick Gary with a Tank fight out there on pay-per-view, and he never done pay-per-view. He gonna look at Gary like you crazy. They about to put me on pay-per-view with Tank. See you later.
okay. No. See you later. Hasta luego. We gone. Pay-per-view. We gone. Right?
Yeah.
Now, he said for $2 million, he said, that's why I told you. I said, he's not just the guy you're talking about. He's the guy for $2 million a fight with Dazn. It's a guy for, he said, 1.5 for Terence. And I said, well, if you're the most feared and most ducked man in boxing, you just said 1.5. And then somebody said, okay, I got the 1.5. I'll fight you. And then you, Ness, and the rest of you talking about something else other than let's get it on. Now, if you was at a barbecue and a nigga said we gonna fight, wait, hold on. He said just like we were talking about. He said, man, I'll fight anybody up in here. He said, man, I'll whoop your ass over there for $1,000. And somebody said, I bet you won't whoop me for $1,000. He said, no, it's gonna be $2,000. No, man, you just got your card pulled. And that's what we was on. That's what we was on.
No. It don't work like that in boxing,
You know
though,
what I'm saying?
Bill.
I don't know, Ness. He makes a strong
No,
point to
you
me.
capping.
Nah, it don't work like that in
Capping,
boxing.
man. No, you don't listen. Okay, hold on, Ness. You don't go to somebody else's card and they're dating how much they're going to pay you. Ness, you've been in the business too long. If it's your date, then you tell them what you're going to pay them. You keep going around telling people what they're gonna pay you, dog.
Yeah, you got
shit.
You got a standard. You got a mandatory
He
minimum.
don't gotta make shit. You said who got a mandatory minimum?
Yeah.
Who? Him?
Yeah.
You said he got a mandatory. What do that got to do with me? I'm talking about he got a mandatory. What are you talking about? I'm not. I don't have agreement with him to pay his mandatory minimum.
I know you.
I don't know what his mandatory minimum. I know what the.
I know you don't, Bill. I know you don't. But
what it was published, it said $1 million.
Come on, Bill. Like you said, we know the business. What's published ain't what these boys getting, man.
I know that you. I know. Listen, I know that y'all asking for more money once again than you asked for Terence Crawford. You dig? So lay off a bud with the bullshit.
Terence Crawford,
if you don't want the money, you listen.
But Bill, you can't do that.
I don't care how it was 1.5. No. I don't care. He said 1.5. I said, look, based on Devin, I said, let's go try to make it happen and get this guy that's 1.5 and shut him the fuck up. Ain't no more money, Ness. If you want him to give some, you give it to him. And all the callers give it to him.
But let me ask you a question.
We said because you kept saying about Bud. No, you kept saying about Bud. You said about Bud. You said, oh, the 1.5. And then just like the caller said is, man, would somebody get this man 1.5 and shut him up? He said, no, that ain't, it's 2. Man, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, man.
And then are you going to ask for a big private,
I'll be changing
you ask for a house, a plane? What's the other stipulations? What's the other stipulations? You see what I'm saying? You capping. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, man, I got what y'all talking about, man. Whatever, we ready to do some business, man. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to me. You once
Nah,
again going against us,
I'm with
and
you,
it
Mr.
ain't
Haney.
even your
I
date.
kind of agree. You sold me on that
It ain't
now.
even your date. Listen, it's not even your date. With everybody slow down, it ain't even no. And he just showing up, and I'm talking to him. He calling out, he disrespectful, grabbed him up for doing all kind of shit. I don't know what them people talking about. I don't know why on his date he not giving us $2 million. What we was happening. Talking about give him something, man. What are you talking about, bro? No. Well, it happens to be a whole 100% more than what you just got the last time. But B, 100%, bro, in the pandemic. We got money, but we can't give it away.
I hear you. We got
Come
Cincinnati.
take it. Come take it.
Sony, Cincinnati.
What's good, TPV?
What up? What up?
Hey, yo, shout out to Mr. Haney, man. It's a pleasure and honor to be able to speak with you on TPV. I would just like to say that, yo, don't let Ness talk you into putting any thoughts in your mind about negotiation. I look at David Haney this as a great young fighter in this game who shouldn't be. I feel like he shouldn't be entertaining the whole Gary Russell. Gary Russell got enough people in this division that he could be talking cloud about. I feel like Devin Haney. I'm sorry, excuse me. I feel like Gary Russell has been following the blueprint for the last 5 years, but now we done hit a pandemic, so it's like everything that hit a curve. So Gary Russell is trying to call out everybody he can, hoping to land a big fight. And I'm not hating on Gary Russell. I think he's a good fighter, but I think Devin Haney is on his own path to greatness, and he should steady on that course. And you're doing an excellent job in helping them stay that course. Peace and love.
Yes, sir.
All right. Looking like we got Colorado Stonebone Boxing.
What up? What up? What up?
What up,
Hey,
Stonebone?
what up? Hey, how you doing, Mr. Haney? Hey, I want not to
Yes,
be all
sir.
personal, Mr. Haney, but how old are you, if you don't mind I ask?
Nah, man, don't do me like that, because I swear to not lie to the people. Not one
Well,
time. You
listen,
did.
listen, hey, listen. I'm gonna go stereotypical. Devin is like what 21 now, so I'm gonna say you was 19 when you had
Yeah.
Devin. You know what I mean? So you probably 40. You know what I mean? 41, 42. But I'm just saying though. Look in the mirror and appreciate yourself. Don't listen to all these dudes who they sons are probably 19 and they trying to tell them to wrap it up, trying to tell them to get a job, trying to tell them to get off the game. You built a son that's a multi-millionaire by the time he's 20 years old. The plan y'all got is apparently working. All these dudes talking about, oh, don't deal with Eddie, while their favorite fighters are getting $2 million. We know people get back in money. We just talking about what's published. We talking about big time welterweights
Yeah.
getting $2 million purses in unification bouts, but Devin got $1 million to fight on a YouTube bout. So don't listen to these dudes. They want Devin to be a loser. They hate on Devin just like they hate on Bud. There's a similarity between those two guys. When you see elite boxers, they just want you to fight anybody. Gary Russell got 22 dudes that PBC got from 26 to 35. And he basically, listen, he been clout chasing Bud. And when a real dude stepped up and said, oh, you want to fight my brother? Hey, listen, I got that bread in my pocket. What's up? He folded. Oh no, I need $2 million now. Listen, if you wanted to fight a real welterweight, he was doing that because he know that ain't a fight that's gonna happen. That's 4 divisions away. A guy 2 divisions away, put the bag up, and now you running around quiet. I don't want to, man. Listen, Gary Russell's a good fighter, good talent. But all of this running his mouth and we acting like Devin ain't doing nothing in the sport. How about this? How about since he the WBC champion, how about him vacate his 126-pound belt that he still got while he calling out welterweights? How about he drop that belt and then he go up and petition to fight Devin, and then somebody pay $5 million, and then he'll get $1 million as his split for a mandatory. How about he do that? But he don't want to do that. He want to keep talking and try to talk up a bag, and he ain't getting it. So Bill Haney, stay doing what you're doing. Shout out to Lord Haney and the black guys. Stay on top of y'all game.
What fight you want more?
how about,
what fight you want more? Gary Russell Haney or Gamboa Haney?
You said which one I want more?
Yes.
I want the fight that Devin Haney get the most money in. So whatever. Listen, if Gary don't want the 1.5, tell him to call Al and see how much he get paid to fight Gary or Leo. What you think? He got $1 million in his last fight. He gonna get 1.3 to fight Leo.
Exactly.
Come on with the game.
But listen, he got $1 million to fight his mandatory champ. So it ain't.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
How? He a 26-pounder.
Bill Haney. The guy that Devin got $1 million for, was that his mandatory? Was that his mandatory or was that?
Yeah, that was
his mandatory, Alfredo Santiago, or something like that.
That was his mandatory.
So $1 million to fight your mandatory. So now he's gonna jump from $1 million to $2 million just to a lateral move. He don't bring a belt to that.
Lateral?
He's not a
yo, chill, man. Yeah, see, I don't think, and this is what I'm saying. I've been on Gary's side. Hold on a minute, Stumbo. First of all, he moving up 2 division with the energy. When Mikey moved up, everybody was excited, ready for pay-per-view. Let's go do barbecues. When Brooke moved up to fight Gennady, oh yeah, let's throw fight parties. Khan moved up, everybody. Gary want to move up, and everybody is just shitting on him. We just proved that Gary. Hold on, last thing. I'm gonna make it real short. We just proved Gary made $1 million on paper versus Tug, his mandatory, and he want a little bit more to move up 2 divisions and fight what everybody think is the dream, the next Floyd, the one, the great one. Like, come on, y'all acting like Gary out here. Yo, that's crazy, man.
Now, did you just wait, because then you got to drive Devin's money up too now, because you just said he was what? You just said all that shit that you just said, and you finally told the fucking truth, Ness.
What?
You dig what I'm saying?
I'm saying, but it's the truth. If y'all gotta, if the people think you are something, he gonna want to get paid for that.
Listen, you have to see that it's not just one salary that come out the budget. It's 2, my guy. So I just said to you, if the man's been in the business and he's the bad motherfucker that y'all say he is, then tell him to get a budget that fits for 2.
He coming to your show. He coming to your show. He don't want to do. He ain't got no show. He ain't got no show.
So wait a minute. He ain't got no show.
No.
So when you come to our show, now you finally done told the truth. Now you said you coming to our show. You gonna start arguing about the fucking money? You don't even got a fucking show then.
Absolutely.
Tell the fucking truth then, man.
That don't mean you ain't got value, Bill.
So I don't no. So,
that don't mean you ain't got value.
I showed respect though, bro. Wait a minute. So I showed respect when others didn't even show respect when they're not saying bankroll a $3 million show. If it was Devin and what, or a $4 million show, bankroll a $4 million. Last show was $1 million and what, 200,000? And listen, he's been in the game 10 years and he's the longest reigning champ. And his last show was $1,200,000, and then you gonna tell me something about bankrolling a $4 million show?
But what about the JoJo fight, Hank? What about the JoJo fight, Bill? You trying to give him only 100,000 more? First of all, you just said y'all would beat up JoJo.
No, I said no. I said I said for Tug, you put 300,000 on top of that, or you put 500,000 on top of that for Tug. You have 1.5 million for the last show, my brother.
Yeah, but he got 1.4. He got one.
Give me a second, bro.
Go ahead. My bad.
No, just give me a second. So what I'm saying is, for his next show, because he might not have a $4 million budget? Are we going to boycott his show? Bad motherfuckers that we want to see get in the ring. That it's finally a 21-year-old that we need to see to get in the ring. Now, when that time comes, or if we can raise the money to get it, or the people demand it, or whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm here for it. You see what I'm saying? But you still got to realize that it's two sides of it. You said that the 1-2 or the 1-4 the 1-2 that he made against JoJo Diaz. Was it the A side or the B side in that fight? The 1-4. Who was the bigger one in the fight? So let's count the other side. So we don't say was it 1-4 and 1-4?
Wasn't it? Didn't it? Was it
1-4 and 1-4?
I don't know. But I think it was. Wasn't it a purse bid to get there?
I don't like to count. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I don't like to really count the money. I don't really like to talk about it. We just said that in this day and time, during this pandemic, and being the first up with the no fans and all the shit, I jumped out there and I was trying to do some good business. But to go back and then, because the fans are saying bleed Eddie or bleed, well, it's over there, the money is over there. I mean, come on, man. Ain't nobody sent me to do shit. I do good business. So you're not gonna send me to go fuck nobody. You know what I'm saying? Now, good business is good business. You see what I'm saying? No, on this side of the fence, B, you go tell him then. Motherfucker, you go tell him. You go talk like that, you call him. That's why you might not be in business. Because I talk good business, I talk good numbers, I keep it sincere. You know what I mean? And like I said, the other guy, he don't fuck around. He stand up, he raise his hand, you know what I'm saying? And he get down, he come to fight, even if he hurt. So as far as I know it, we back to handling our business, what we had been doing, and the only reason that we talked is because he said he was saying all the shit that he was saying. And then to come to find out that Ness said that it ain't no money. You just said it ain't no money. Oh, man, I ain't even talking no more.
What you mean it ain't no money?
You said it ain't no money. You said he ain't got no money then. You said it ain't no date. It ain't no other side. You're talking about the 1.4, because remember, you saying it got to be, if it's $4 million on this side, he's been in the business a long time. You said, no, he ain't in business. He's not in business. Do we need to play that back?
Well, what I mean is that, like, he has already come out and said that him and Al just got a working relationship. He ain't tied to nobody, so he free to take whatever's out there, send him offers if y'all want that fight. Like, you know, he's been very vocal about that.
Then you're saying, but then you're saying to them, while you're out there, you're telling the people what you're going to take at a time that I'm not saying that it's I'm just saying that it's the pandemic, bro. And then I'm gonna leave with that part of it. You know, guys want astro numbers. They want to talk crazy. They want to do all that shit. You know, I've been holding off the gym. We working inside the gym, bro. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, and you know, I tried to give you a fair assessment, explain to you, you know, the business and what's going on with it, and try to, you know, make the things happen. And I hope that everybody understood that I took out time just to give my opinion on it. My opinion is not 100% Devin's opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I mean, a member, you know what I'm saying, on the team that just try to just give off our energy and what we feeling. If it's something different, then Devin will hop on here and he'll chop it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as I know, you know, they, including the team and Matchroom and everybody, they're moving towards making the fight with Gamboa. You know what I mean? And we'll see you in a month or two.
All right, Bill. So you out. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you, good brother. Appreciate you.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
everybody.
Mr. Haney,
and I hope
it's great
that,
having you on, man. Great
you
to
know, I
talk
hope
to you again.
I hope everybody is cool with that. Yeah, I hope everybody is cool with that. But I definitely got to go at some point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm here for it. We're here for it and all that. We appreciate everybody's energy. You know what I'm saying? But like the one dude had just said is, and the caller before that, and it said at some point in time that we got to just move on too. We can't just, you know, keep talking and putting energy, you know what I'm saying, towards, you know, like Ness carefully pointed out, the theoretical or the hypothetical or any of those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? So, I look forward to talking to you again, man.
Me too, man. I can't wait to see you again, man. Bill, thank you
Appreciate
once again, brother.
Man, hey, listen, are we gonna ever see? Maybe out in front of one of them hotels, I'm gonna see you, Ness, and we're gonna chop it up again, brother.
For sure.
I wish everybody's family and everybody well, and I hope we can get back to what some kind of normal. Appreciate you, brother.
All right.
Same to you, baby. Bill Haney for president, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Haney for
There you
president.
have it. Bill Haney
No, appreciate you.
of Devin Haney Promotions and the father Devin Haney. Thank you once again, Bill. Yeah, man, that was it. That was the one right there. Yo, 704 over here hating, talking about had the same energy for Suleiman. Suleiman literally invited me to the WBC, and right at the convention, I hit him up with the franchise title argument. People got that video viral, but here you are talking about had the same energy for Suleiman.
Yo, let's just take a minute, man. Bill Haney said, "Give me all the callers," and I think he was ready for the toughest questions, man. You guys,
Yeah,
I was kind of wondering where that energy was at from the callers, man. Usually they got a lot to say.
Everybody was they ready to see Gamboa. They want to see Gamboa, yo. We got a few super chats.
Yo, first off, what's that like button looking like? You guys, I need y'all to smash that like button. We here Friday night. We not out. I mean, obviously we can't be out at the club or the bar, but we here with y'all still. I know people winding down from the week, giving you this live TBV action, man. So get them likes up.
We got TJ says, you just made the case. I don't subscribe to Dazn. Those fighters all Dazn in the same division, but they waiting on Canelo and Charlo, proving Dazn is crap. Shaking my head. Lucky I didn't say that because you've been wrong twice already. You mentioned them and them being in the same division, and they are not. Remember, Andre is 160, Smith and Billy Joe are 68. And then Canelo, wherever he's at.
But I think in a sense he's right because if you lose your fight, if you're one of those guys, that Canelo fight is off the table. But
yeah, but again, he's right in it. Like, yo, they all in the same division, all in the same network, and it's like, kinda.
But when it comes to those guys, I agree though. I want to see those guys fight each other. Canelo, these top guys, they can only fight one fight at a time, man. Y'all can't just.
Word is born, Reese Mac. I needed Doomy here with the soundbite, man. The callers was scared. They scared, y'all. They scared. Everybody,
I was ready for somebody to really call in and go for the gusto.
I swear to God, yo, now that they letting Haney fight Gamboa, after Haney fight Gamboa, Elvis getting him. I want Elvis to get him. It's a big fight for Elvis too. Because that's how they doing.
So, Ness, honestly, how many of these same callers, do you expect when this becomes official to be like, oh, we don't want Gamboa?
Nah. I think that they know that, like, there's no random callers, right? Like, if it was a random, they might try to get it off. But everybody that called in, like Stonebone calling every day, which I appreciate. So it's going to be hard for him to, change the fact that he just said he was cool with that. And others were cool with it, so it is what it is. Look, I'm cool with it from a barometer standpoint, but it's like I said, you put unnecessary pressure. Because now, if you don't get the stoppage, if you don't look fantastic, it's not the same, man, Jordan Carter with the Super Chat says, I just want to see good-ass fight. If I had the money, I'd put it up. Crying emoji.
Yo, they was talking about putting a GoFundMe page together in the chat earlier. I meant to bring that up to get that other 0.5.
I seen that, yo. Brandon Maurice says, shout out to TBV and BH, the great, keep it up, P. No, keep it tight, P. All right.
Yo, I wanted to ask Bill Haney, too, if he thought Stonebone would have been his vote for Caller of the Year.
Probably. Is that, look, Stonebone set it up perfectly, right? He like, yo, your son is a millionaire, and these guys probably hoping their son get out of jail. And it's all true.
He does, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he sold me. My son is 6. In 13 years, if he's a millionaire, I'm happy I did my job.
And you wouldn't care what anybody on the talk show had to say. You got your son's financial. freedom situated. But that's one part of it, y'all. That's one part of it. Listen, man, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, man. I want to see if y'all subscribe. Dan, did we get them little 50 punk subscribers we need? Can I go to bed at 16,000? Damn, bro. If you telling me that all we got was like 8 people, like, man, swear to God, man.
Sony, is that what the title of this week's show is? Is Boxing Bars 15 Border Wars?
No, it ain't. That ain't making the cut. Nah, I'm joking. Mr. PBC in the place to be.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingWords.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife. You cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
I want you to know you stole that intro from me, Dom, because I was going to get that and you came out with it. What up, Mr. PBC?
Hey, but Ness, you know what I'm about to say.
What you about to say? What you about to say?
Hey, what my Instagram? What was my question I always ask? Let the people on the TBV ask some questions to the actual person coming on. And this nigga, he did it. Allow motherfuckers to say yes or no. Hey, are you cool with TBV asking you questions?
Now with you talking like that, they gonna be like, damn, my man just said the N-word and then motherfucker.
Hey, Ness, come on, man. For the future, let's do it, man. You know, shit.
Yo, listen,
let me get my $40, my $15 worth.
I was shocked.
That was Bill's suggestion, though.
Yeah, that was Bill. That wasn't me. I was shocked that he was down with that.
I know. But I'm saying, since you shocked, nigga, that's a sample. So let's run with it. Ask them, hey, you cool with TBV asking you questions? We got a few questions lined up. They just gonna call in and ask you questions. Come on, man. TBV will be on point.
Then what's Patreon for? That's where the questions get asked.
I know. That's what the Patreons get to ask the questions. I done told you this. I laid the blueprint in Instagram.
That's a good idea.
Come on, man.
I mean, but the thing is, man, is you gotta understand if some people come on asking crazy questions, we want to get these guys
Ness
back.
Got that too, because I said if they ask crazy questions, let's do it like Ego did. Block them. Thank you. That's my call.
Yeah, but then you gotta block Patreons, man. That ain't no good.
I know, man. We going to trade with the boomerang.
I don't know if y'all can hear me, man. I'm on the car Bluetooth.
We hear you.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. I never had a problem with the Gamble fight. I felt like if it was good enough for Tank and it was good enough for Bud, then why is it not good enough for Devin, who the youngest one? I mean, the man got swerved by Lomachenko. Teofimo jumped out the tournament. I mean, the dude can't buy a fight where Eddie Hearn was giving away money. Nobody jumped in. I mean, Gary Russell will take $1.5 million for Terence, but he wants $2 million from the young kid. I get it. They know Dazn going broke. He trying to make sure he help him finish that off. You know.
Trey, I like what he said, about the barbecue. If a dude tell you he'll whoop your ass for 1,000 and then somebody else come up with 1,000 and he say, nah, for you it's 2.
I mean, yeah. Hey, and Ned, I want to hear you press all them other motherfuckers who come on like that. You hear me? I want to make sure you press all them like that and question everything they say. That's the first time I heard you do that.
Yo,
but we see you put on the suit and tie when Mauricio come on. You know,
Lies.
You put on your interview voice and shit.
Lies.
You put on your interview voice and shit.
Lies.
Hey, Big Super Max, I'm gonna be in Texas next weekend. Holla at me.
Yo, get at me, Trey, for sure.
Yo, see how quickly they forget that I was invited to the Cancun thing by Suleiman and still went to war with him.
Yeah, I've heard you have Suleiman stuttering.
Come on, man. Is they fickle, man. As soon as you do something today and they love you, and tomorrow they forgot all about you, man. We going out
It's
to
just like
Jordan.
they want you to come up and slap Suleiman. The next time they go say you should have punched him.
Yeah, Jordan, what up, champ?
Yo, what's good?
What up?
Man, I just want to see somebody fight, man. After a while, ain't nobody going to fight. Crawford don't want to fight Thurman because Thurman don't bring none. Spence don't want to fight Thurman because when Thurman had the belt, he didn't want to fight him. Like, God damn, can we see somebody fight?
Word. Word.
And I damn sure don't want to see Gamboa,
Everybody
man.
got an
Gamboa hurt.
excuse.
Hey man,
Yeah,
it's Errol
I don't
Spence
want
finna
to see
fight Danny,
Gamboa
big
Haney.
dog. Couple more months, be
I
patient.
don't want to see Gamboa Haney. I already know how that fight's gonna go. Haney's gonna stop him. So that's gonna be a waste of a time fight. I'd rather see Gamboa fight JoJo Diaz or somebody over Haney, but I want to see Haney and Russell fight. That'd be dope.
So now let me ask you though, if Haney was to fight Gamboa, Gamboa's got both legs healthy, and Haney stops him in way better fashion than Tank. Do you think does that give you credibility with him over Tank in the comparison?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because it took Tank to get rid of him, 12 rounds, and he had one leg. So, yeah, I say if we being real, I got Haney beating Tank, man. I think Haney would beat Tank.
No, I agree with you on that, champ.
But yeah,
Jordan.
let's get these. I want to get the Gary Russell Haney fight. That'd be dope. That's what I want to see.
For sure, for sure. Thank you for calling in. Yo, yo, 704, you hilarious. Bruce in Chicago. What up?
Man, I think that I think that Gary Russell is probably a little much for Haney right now, but Haney's size might be the difference maker. But as far as skills and experience is concerned, Gary Russell is a monster, man. People don't want to give him that credit because Loma tapped his ass. He did. He beat him. But Gary is not just like a regular little fighter trying to move up. He actually got some thump, and he can really, really box. He can control the distance. You know what I mean? Long as age don't hit him. So soon I think he'll be all right. But I think Devin's size will probably get him. I think Devin might be the future out of the young guys, apart from Shakur. But it's a reason that these little guys don't want to fight Gary. It's a reason though. Everybody always get this or that or this or that. He ain't no draw. When that's that language that we don't want to fuck with, dude. When you hear fighters start talking about being a draw and all that, like I saw that Tank interview when he said Gary wasn't a draw. That was that's some bullshit. You don't want to fight him. It's too risky. Like even if you examine Floyd's career thoroughly, you're not gonna see a whole lot of skilled black guys on there. He had Zab early on, but it's not a whole lot of them on it. If we've been on it, just got to know a little bit about boxing and just check the history. They don't fight each other that often. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times they kind of don't. Somebody end up losing, or it just never really kind of lines up. But Gary out of his league trying to fuck with Bud, but he can get Haney. He might can. It's a toss up for me because Haney big as hell. Haney he's not really 35. He's gonna be at 40.
Looks like we got TJ says, man, sorry you had to go through that this morning. Push on. Well, we sure did, and we got a banging evening show. We got Anthony Von Lewis who says, fire interview. Thank you, champ. And we got Dom in Mr. PBC in Seattle with a counterpunch.
Yo, hey, back to my plan. Hey, Ness, you should do that again. Just ask them just a little tiny question, man. If they're cool with it, we can get it in. Get the reputable people on the call. Now, I know crazy stuff, calling people out their names and stuff like that. That ain't gonna happen. I think we should do it.
We gonna see. We gonna make it work. Look, we
know?
almost there. We got one step there. Yo,
Yeah, we one step there. That's my idea, though.
It was. It still was nervous. I was still nervous every time.
I know, but don't be nervous. That's how you make money. Nah. When you was back in the day, you was nervous.
Nah.
Yeah, now you can't be nervous, man, to make money. Scary money don't make none. That's my call.
Air money ain't good money, champ, but I hear you. Eno, what up, champ?
Oh, was good, bro. I feel like I just stepped on a landmine or something. You hear me?
Where? Why?
Man, I clicked, man. As soon as I come in on the show, bro, I hear sound like I hear my man Stone Bone, bro. Like he was letting you have it, and then Bill, bro, Trill Bill, he went ahead and laced you up. He was like letting you know the ins and outs, and then you know what I'm saying, like the side pieces, and then he brought you around the corner, dog, and then stopped at the store on you. You feel me? So, so I'm just trying to see what happened. Like, well, how it sounds like it's a high level show. I'm just trying to see what made it climax like that.
I mean, the callers always, like always, they turned their back on me, and they took Bill's side. They saying that Gamboa versus Devin Haney is a super fight.
Nah, man, you lying there, bro. Why you coming with all that
Yo,
right now?
Trey in the Bay just called in and said if Gamboa good for Javante and Crawford, is a super fight for Haney because he the young boy. But
No, I just
Stone
it
Bone,
sound like
Stone
it
Bone
sound
was
like
out here like, yo, word is born, Mr. Haney. Don't listen to these fools. You the one turned your son into a multi-millionaire. Like, do you body Gamboa? It's like, yo, people want that Gamboa fight.
I mean that's facts. That's facts right there. But people don't want the Gamboa fight
Nah, they
though.
want that.
And now
Yo, every caller I asked, nobody said no. They got me looking like the bad guy. They straight
wait,
was
give me
like,
a name.
they
Give me
straight.
a name. Then what caller said I
Oh
want the
man,
Gamboa Russ. Just one. Just name one on the top.
everybody on the back call with you except Bourne.
Man, I don't know,
Nah,
bro.
I gotta admit, you know, he's telling you the truth, man.
Intrigue didn't take his call, so he ain't involved. You know,
Yeah, it's all right, all right.
basically everybody,
Seven
everybody.
oh four
Yo,
shit. My
word is
man,
born.
what
Greatness
my
never
dog
taught.
704 said.
What?
What 704 said, bro? You
Nah,
wanted that scrap?
nah. But you talking about 704 in the chat? Nah, he ain't. He ain't calling. He giving his call to King Born.
All right, all right, all right. But yeah, bro. I rap, man. The Gary Russell the better fight, dog. But you know, if it couldn't be worked out, we're gonna get Gamboa. He gonna smash him, and hopefully we might get the Gary fight after that, cause ain't nobody else gonna fight him.
Ain't
So,
nobody else gonna
you
fight.
know,
They got to get.
real quick before you go, let me ask you. He said that Gary Russell said he'd take 1.5 for Bud Crawford, but then when the Haneys came back and matched that 1.5, then he said for them it'd be another point 0.5, meaning he'd need 2 million to fight Devin. What you think about that?
Nah, man, G Russ, that's my dog, bro. G Russ, he gotta take the 1.5, bro. I mean,
Yo,
maybe he just trying to squeeze the zone.
yo,
Maybe,
he got 1.4 for JoJo, who wasn't a champ, and now he is a champ. I'm just
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. When you bring,
And he got a meal for his mandatory. Like, people trying to play Gary like he out here starving, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dude wear wood jewelry. Like, he don't even spend money. Like, he out here in the gym, and that's it. Info Joe, what up?
Yeah, man, I never got my, I was in. Am I
Yeah,
clear now? Or what?
yeah, super, man. You mess.
Hey, man, this is what I was gonna ask him. Shout out to Haney for coming on the show, man, and taking the callers' questions, man. That was bold, and that was had balls for him to do that. Hey, I was gonna tell him, are the negotiations closed right now? Because
Yeah,
I
he
want
said it's
that fight.
done.
That's what I was gonna
He
say.
said it's done. He said that's
Yeah.
it. You can't disrespect him and think, like, he's like, yo, if he gonna apologize, so you know that ain't happening.
Yeah, I agree. The 2 million is too much. Maybe they could have committed somewhere in the middle. But I feel that I understand him. But we all know that Haney's gonna beat the shit out of Gamboa, man. I think it'd be better to have Russell on your resume than Gamboa at this moment in time. Because Gamboa, we know he's almost, we could say he's a shot fighter, man. In my opinion, man. And we know that Haney's gonna handle him with ease. But that's all I got, man. But I was with you, Ness. Though I don't want to see Gamboa, man. I don't want to see that shit.
I'm glad,
That's
man.
all I got,
They
bro.
made me feel like a hater out here. Yo, Bo, you ain't pressed 1.
Mayorga not only trying to block Lewis from getting into the ring, he once told us he knocked down a horse. Remember that? But the horse got up at 4. And he did it with his left. The president-elect of Costa Rica guaranteed him $100,000 if his promise comes true of 3 or less. Promoter Don King said he's throwing a Corvette.
He says that he would like to thank God and Don King for this opportunity that he can go forward with his family and progress from poverty, you know.
Bo Mack and Bo Jackson. Yeah. Man, I was just listening. I listened to a lot of the live playbacks, and I thought I was listening to a playback. You know what I'm saying? But realized I was still on the phone, man. Y'all still live. This shit crazy. Salute to y'all, man, for staying up late on a Friday night, getting it in. Had King Bill Haney on the show. I ain't really even get to listen to a lot of it because I was taking other phone calls and whatnot. But salute to y'all in the grind. Shout out Bill Haney coming on late, putting that groundwork in, man. I can't wait to Devin fight again. That's really all I got. What is it something I missed other than what y'all was saying, Gary Russell or Gamboa? Is that the question? Who you think he should fight, Gary Russell or Gamboa?
Well,
or what I think about him fighting Gamboa?
What happened is Gary Russell came out again on social media setting shots at everybody.
Yeah, I caught that. But I'm saying, what's the debate right now?
The debate is
after
what
the
you
interview.
want. It's like what you want. Do you want the Gary fight or you want the Gamboa fight?
And you were saying you want him to fight Gary Russell.
I mean, Gamboa, at this point.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to take the Nestor Gibbs side with this one right here. I want to see him get in there with Gary. Gary been talking tough. He talking to a lot of different boxers. Somebody need to handle that. Know what I'm saying? Either Gary gonna really shine after the fight, or somebody gonna steal all Gary's shine, and they gonna have all the eyes of all the other fighters he was calling out as well. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Somebody need to shut him up. In my opinion, honestly, somebody got to do it.
Somebody.
Who the man gonna be? Who is gonna be, Ness? Who is gonna be? Somebody got to step up to the plate. Cause I ain't heard nobody calling Gary out.
It's gonna be JoJo. He
and I honestly think everybody he can called out, I feel would beat him, to be honest. Damn. But he manning up. He trying to do what he got to do for his career, and I appreciate that. Shout out Gary Russell, actually. Shout out Bill Haney. Shout out Nestor Gibbs. Shout out Boxing Boys. Super Mix. It's good to see you on here, my boy. Shout out Don King and Roger Mayweather, man. I'm out.
Right.
Appreciate that, champ.
Bo and Bama. Yo, that intro grew on me.
Yeah, it did.
We got Hawk is on you, except you ain't press 1 unless you're just listening, and if so, I think it's all right. There he goes. Hawk, what it do? Maryland.
Hey, great show. I ain't really trying to see that Haney fight. The dude is washed up. Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, you saying Gamboa washed up?
Yeah, Gamboa. I mean, not really washed up, but I don't think that's a fight for Haney right now. But I guess they got to do what they got to do because we ain't getting no fights. Ain't nobody trying to fight nobody. So, But in my opinion, nah. But Gary's right here in Capitol Heights. He's right up the street from me. He always he put out a lot of offers to everybody, but ain't nobody biting. I guess because he first of all he not a big draw out there in Vegas nowhere. But I got him and Tank would have a big draw right here. I don't see why Tank won't fight him.
Tank said he don't put butts in seats.
Man, if Gary Russell and Tank signed to fight here in D.C., oh yeah. Oh, in Maryland, oh yeah. That's an excuse. He would sell out. Tank and Gary Russell would sell out. all day long. I just think Tank ain't trying to see him.
Well,
Financially, he ain't trying. I guess financially, he not gonna as far as the money they trying to make out there because fighting here in DC at the little what's the MGM out here.
yeah,
You can have a
nah.
fight here. They would sell
That's
out
too
here,
small. That's too small. They got to do something bigger than that. They was
but
talking
that's
about
too small.
Yo,
Gary
Gary said
Russell
they
did
could
the
sell out
Hawks.
FedEx Field.
He said something about the Hawks arena or something like that.
Oh, the FedEx Field, yeah. I don't know. He might go to Baltimore. They'd sell out in Baltimore, but I don't think Gary will go over there. But other than that, I just think
Hawk, man, thank you for calling in, champ. I'm gonna go to Counterpunch, Dom in Seattle, Mr. PBC.
Hey man, I got Gary Russell, man. I would love to see that fight. Gamboa just came off a loss, but I would love to see Gary Russell. He's selling himself like like he should. He got a free platform of Instagram, so why not use it or YouTube?
Word.
And shoot, they can fight in Eddie Hearn's backyard.
Wow.
Coronavirus ain't going nowhere, man. This is gonna stay a while here for a while. These masks are getting real close and personal. It's like having a brush. Fighting back Eddie Hearn's backyard, man. Fuck it. That's my call.
Trey in the Bay, Counterpunch.
Eddie, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I hear you.
We got you, Trey.
Eddie Hearn. That boy Ness just pulled the Eddie Hearn on me. He just put all kind of words in my mouth. I didn't say that shit was no super fight. I'm saying I don't know why everybody was dogging the fight. And you never asked me which one I prefer, because I would prefer the Gary Russell fight. I'm just saying, if Gamboa is big enough for this guy and that guy and this guy, now all of a sudden, I really don't care to see it. But if he fight the dude, who else he gonna fight? Lomachenko, who dropped the belt? Tiafimo? Who else in the division? Who am I missing? I'm missing some people. I can't think right now.
He can fight Richard
Ryan
Comey.
Garcia.
He can fight Richard Comey.
Hey, you remember? Yeah. Hey, you remember everybody had a fight but Devin. Remember? Luke Campbell was fighting this person, and then he was fighting Devin. Then he was fighting what's the crazy dude? Start with a Brandon. What's his name?
Brandon, crazy. I don't know who you talking about, but it was Haney was supposed to fight Fortuna Campbell, Vasil. That's it. We got LV Slugger Super Counterpunch.
Fella.
What up?
Really. I wasn't trying to I wasn't trying to argue, man. I ain't even know y'all was live, man. I was listening to the first shit. And I just had to.
Chant, I'm gonna restart your clock, but you got to get off speaker or what? Something's going on. You got a lot going on over there. You there? Oh, you drive. He on a bus, or you drive the bus. One of the two. You there?
Hello.
You there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Just go for it. Forget about it.
Yeah, I was just letting you know. Yeah, I was listening to the first show, man. I wasn't even to the morning show. I ain't even know y'all was live, man. So and it was on that topic, so I ain't even know what was going on. I ain't even know Bill was on or nothing. So you know what I'm saying. I wasn't trying. But yeah, he just said everything. Trey just said everything I was trying to say. I ain't know the question was which fight I prefer. I thought you were just asking, what I thought about the fight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would prefer the Gary fight over it, but it don't seem like we gonna get it. So you know what I'm saying? That's why I said I don't mind him fighting Gamboa. You know what Loma did, so you know what I'm saying. I can't blame him. He's young, so I don't mind him fighting Gamboa. But yeah, I would rather see the Gary fight though. If I had to choose, I would rather see the Gary fight.
Cut it.
I'm glad everybody wants to see the Gary fight now that Bill gone and can't hear the show. And I ain't taking no shot at you, LV. I'm just saying in general, he should have heard that, but it's like, he didn't really get to hear that. But we got Coach Rivera who says This new fighters need to stop picking other fighters' crumbs to make themselves look invincible. They're scared to lose their O. Glove emoji, thumbs down emoji, vomit face emoji,
Damn.
and then vomiting emoji.
I think you had a couple more super chats before that. I wasn't able to see them anymore.
Let's see. Super chat, make it all right. We got to those. Oh, yeah. We got wirelessbuzzshot.com. And I just received the wireless. I didn't even open the package because he said he sent me a treat inside, and I felt it. It's a little smaller than the other box, but we do have the new future September TBV Fantasy Pick'em League winners.
Just say you got Supermax new headphones, man.
Brand new wirelessbudshop.com earbuds, courtesy of wirelessbudshop.com. Shout out to Jay Hardcore.
I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy these earbuds after I win them, Jay. I appreciate it.
I mean, Brandon said he 2-0. Are you 2-0?
It don't matter what Brandon say, but winners worry about winners. You know what I'm saying? I took last month off, because I kind of forgot 1 week and still had 9 points off 1 week of picking. So,
damn, 9 seems low. I thought I had like 26 or 4. What's up the hell?
But that was for the month. I had 9 off 1 week because you tried to clown me, and I didn't even pick the whole month.
I mean, hey, you don't show up to the fight. That's your fault, Curtis Harper. Listen.
I'm just saying, you average that out. That's 27. If I'd have got 9 each week. So, in theory, I would have beat you.
Ben Federica says Tank versus Haney, Gary versus Haney, Haney versus Gamboa, Gary versus Tank. Give us these fights, please. Gamboa is still a hard fight. TBV 100. Hit them thumbs up, people out there. We got Africa is Home, who says those last callers are some suckers. With all due respect to Bill, Gary is a better fight for Devin. But if y'all don't got the budget for him, just say so. And then we got wirelessbuzzshot.com again with this love, saying smash that like button for this fire, because you know it was a fire interview. Shout out to Bill again, man. Appreciate him coming on for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah, I got to be honest in this, though. Before today, I really wasn't even thinking about Haney versus Gary.
Bruh. Get it poppin'.
So, I mean, he did the right thing because now I'm kind of interested. Like, hey,
Listen, this is a fight came out of nowhere that needs to get, we need to get this. Hey, Nafal, Hamed, I hope you found it. I put the links in there. Killer Kel says, somebody hurry up and give little Seymour Pettigrew his money. Who's that?
I'm guessing he's talking about Gary.
I know that, but you heard of that?
Oh, I have no idea who that's referencing to.
I don't know no other sports, but this one.
That sounds like something Mario would know.
Yeah. We got wirelessbuzzshot.com again, who says, call it TBV hot seat. Yeah, he was in the hot seat. Well, they put me in the hot seat. I
think he's talking about for Mr. PBC's idea.
Yeah, Mr. PBC. You hear that?
That's a good name.
That's a good name. It's just a little fearful thing to do, for real. All right, that's everybody except for my Jimbe. I ain't forget you. I was just getting to everybody on the super chats. What up, champ?
Yo, what's good, bro?
Chilling.
Yo, shout out to all the dads that are doing this remote learning BS. That's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason why I haven't been on the last 2 days. Ness, forget about this week, B. But put me in for October for them fights. I'm in. But there's no way I'm gonna be able to head out with this online learning stuff with my daughter.
What grade is your daughter in, Majimbe?
First grade, bro. It's driving me crazy.
I feel you. I got a 4th grader and a kindergartner at home, so thank God for my wife being able to be here with them. So I feel your pain, champ.
Yeah, no. But I just wanted to shout out to all the dads that are able to do it, man. Because the moms get a lot of the credit, but dads need some credit too. The ones that
Absolutely.
are able to. Not all of us can do it. I'm lucky enough that my job allows me to. So shout out to my job too. But I said it about 2 months ago when this topic was brung up about the Gamboa fight. I'm still keeping the same energy. I think it's a great idea. I think you're able to compare him and Tank, and then call out Tank after he beats him in a better fashion and healthier. Because I hopefully, God willing, he would be able to go the fight without hurting his ankle or anything like that. And then you could say, hey, I did it in a better fashion. Let's make this fight happen. It's never gonna happen, but then at least we fans start the conversation, and that's all. That's what this generation is all about. That it's all about starting the conversation on social media. So that's my call. Yo, Ness, I'm gonna hit you up on IG later.
For sure, champ. Stone Bone, Boomerang.
What up? What up?
What
Hey
up?
man, I want to shout out Mayembe, man. He helped me zero in on my point, man. It's just think about how as dads we struggling to help our kids do online learning from stuff that we did. So look at how great a work he done with his son to get him to the level he at. Most of us can't even help our kids do fifth grade math online where we can look up the answers for them. But this guy is doing some great things. So, and it's not that I want the fight either. I'll take that fight. I don't really listen. Gary Russell haven't fought nobody yet. Listen, you always knock Bud for what he did at 147. At least he became a champion. Gary Russell has not ever even fought at 135. He still hasn't even vacated his featherweight title. And like I said, how about you call Mauricio and say, hey, if Gary petition, if he drop his belt and petition, can he get the Gary fight? How about we do some research like that? We shouldn't just shoot it down.
But
And
Stone
we
Bone,
know what's the percentage to be. What
why
would
you
the
ain't got the same energy for Gary, right? Like
for Gary?
Crawford, right?
Uh huh.
Crawford, he was able to get that fight at welterweight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And prove himself. But
Right.
before he got to prove himself, the other welterweights was like, man, get a belt. Get a belt.
Uh.
Now everybody telling Gary, get a fight. Get a fight. He trying to get a fight, but y'all telling him go prove yourself versus somebody that he don't want to get up
No, I
for.
don't.
He
No, I'm
want
not
the
saying that.
dogs. He
Nah, but
I'm
want the
not
Stumbo
saying that.
saying
dogs.
I'm
drop
not
that
saying
WBC
that.
and
I'm
petition.
saying petition.
Come on,
I'm saying
who
listen.
gonna give up their negotiation power? Come on, Stone Bone.
How what? How
Yo,
what? Hold up.
remember
Hold
I
up.
used to
Hold up. Hold
tell
up.
Wilder
Ness, let me
that.
ask you real
I
quick.
used to
What?
tell Wilder that, and he used to laugh
All
at
right,
me.
Ness. Let me ask you this. He talking about fighting guys at 135, 130, and 147. None of them guys they care zero about a featherweight title. If he ain't fighting a featherweight next, he don't hold that belt does nothing for him. The only leverage he have with the WBC featherweight title is to drop it, vacate, and ask Mauricio petition for the fight. Nobody. It's not like if he fight him at Devin at 135. Now Devin's the featherweight champion. Come on, it don't work like that, Ness. We see Al finagle this two belt situation with Tank, even though he ain't even got a real belt. So of course two belts can be on the line. Of course a medallion can be on the line. You know what I mean? Tank he don't have a real belt. So we just got to be realistic about what we're saying. If he want the money, take the 1.5. If you was gonna go to welterweight for 1.5, go up one division, two divisions for 1.5. So you let your nuts hang, Mister Russell.
Yo,
Yo, just give him the award, Ness. This it's called.
Gary can't. You know, it's crazy that the same Bud fans ain't Gary fans. You know what I'm saying? Like Gary is in the same predicament. He been wanting to fight Leo. He been wanting to fight Abner. You know what I'm
But Gary
saying?
ain't active, Ness. That's the. At least Bud was active.
Bruh, he fighting one less time a year than Bud. Everybody fights twice. Gary fights once.
Now Bud was fighting more frequently when he was on his way up.
Yeah, you
Gary
talking
done met
about
his
early
quota for
in, man.
2020.
I'm talking about once they become stars. They slow down. And Gary,
Gary ain't no
look,
star.
people said I went hard on Bill. I hope he don't, I hope that ain't ruin the relationship because, is that I couldn't let him say Gary ain't fought nobody. Gary fought dudes, man. And that JoJo win sitting lovely right now. That JoJo win is like that Peldraza win. He's like 2-time champ. Uh-oh. But, yeah, man, let me, that's it. That's everybody. Oh, yeah, counterpunch. Damn. From, Mr. PBC.
What happened to my boomerang, man?
Oh yeah, Mr. 704 gave King Boone his boomerang.
Well, we got a counterpunch.
let's
I'll be
get
right
to
to
it,
you.
man.
I'll be right to you. We got a counterpunch from Mr. PBC. Go for it.
Hey, yo. Hey, Supermax, you know that should be filthy if we had the TBV call in and ask questions, man. Come on. Don't let Ness throw away such a good hustle.
No, dude. Trust me, I totally get you, but I also see where you got to understand some of these callers can get reckless. And
Nah, but only the reputable ones. I'm talking about reputable ones
so
that
what,
don't
like
even do that.
masterminds only, pound for pound only?
I mean, Ness got the blueprint. I already sent them in the Instagram. But we should do that and have it called brought to you by Mr. PBC.
But what about top rank fighters? They gonna be like, yo, why I'm on a show called Brought to You by Mr. PBC?
Nah, this is brought to you by. It was presented to you, Ness, to do it. It ain't no top rank. Nah, I only like PBC because it's black. They represent blackish. They do everything. I like it because of that. I'm not no. Nah, come on. But we should do that, man, and that should be it. And you already see it come into effect. Don't be pushing back the
This
hustle.
the first one, man. We need more tests. We need more tests, champ. King Born.
Yo, let's get to it, man. Listen, man, I want to shout out Mayimbe 704, Stone Bone. We got a new gang on here called the Good Dad Gang. Whoever got them little ones, y'all part of the Good Dad Gang. You heard? Yeah.
I feel you, champ. I feel you.
Yeah, please. Yo, listen, man. Y'all the Good Dad Gang. Listen, man. I told y'all 3 months ago, ain't nobody feeling that damn Gamboa fight, man. Yo, I told Bill Haney on the call, get out of here with that. We ain't feeling that, man. Give us Gary Russell. Gary Russell's a bitch because he took it. He's scared to take that money and get busy. You heard?
Whoa. You hit the air brake on him, King Born. I wasn't ready for that one.
Bitch. Yeah, man. Fuck Gary Russell, man. You ain't getting no money, but you talking about 1.5? Fight the dude, man. Stop ducking. Stop being a sucker. You calling everybody else a sucker on all these boxes, but you don't want to cut it.
Yo, King Born, stay safe on the road. All my truckers, all you guys out there on the road, stay safe out there. Hopefully y'all park for the night, get some rest. It's another day of long haul tomorrow.
Word, man. Intrigue, I'm assuming you just still listening, right? All right. We are done.
They said Mr. PBC just trying to get his royalties.
Yeah. We're done. Catch us on the next one. We're going to be up early in the morning for boxing balls at 11. Tomorrow's Saturday. We're probably going to have a betting show on Patreon tomorrow early at 9 a.m. Peace.
Peace out.